Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, June 13th, 2024. The day that wasn't supposed to happen.
I was going to say, what are we doing here? What's happening?
No, it gets better. We're here tomorrow, too.
On a cool, crisp November morning.
Is it gross out?
Yeah, because it's like rainy. Well, not rainy now, but it was rainy. So it's hot, and then it's just all hanging in the air still. You know what I mean? You walk out and you get wet, but it's not raining. You're like, what is happening?
I don't miss that at all, leaving the house at 4:30 in the morning to go to St. Petersburg to do the show, because you get that weather, you get that humid, gross weather, and then a frog jumps on you, and then you hear a noise. You're like, is somebody by my car? What's going on? It's just all. And then also you realize it's not 4:30, it's 4:50, and I'm really late, which happened almost every day. Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? Carmen, how are you doing?
Good morning.
Oh, sleepy time.
Hey, yeah.
Sleepy time.
No.
Carmen.
I'm running around today.
What do you got? What's going on over there in the building?
Nothing too much. Just I got coffee, and then I had breakfast, and I needed cream for my coffee, and then
You probably didn't see this because you don't have a penis, but in the men's room, I heard Tom has his own stall.
Yes. I'm dizzy to share that.
Good luck. Hey, Carmen, good luck Tuesday.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
Well, I didn't do anything.
Yes, you did.
I protected the sacred
I need an office at a building I never go
office.
to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Would you rather Dom have the office?
I really don't care. Can I keep my headphones in there?
Nope.
Cool.
No, you're out.
Yeah.
Go get a locker.
You don't even have a key, for one.
Of course I have a key.
No, you don't.
100% I have a key.
Yeah.
Does it work?
Yes. I have a full-on key to the office.
No, you don't. Spanish has a key, or Spanish knows
Do you
where
have a key, Spanish?
I do.
Oh, I have a key, and Dom has a key, and Spanish has a key.
I have a key.
I had a key that I gave you. Because you didn't have a key.
That was the one I gave Dom.
I go, oh, wow.
Yeah. No, listen to me. Listen to me.
Yes.
I gave Dom that key when he had a show on Saturdays. And when he came in on Saturday morning, then he wanted to, can I leave my headphones in there? Yeah, here's a key to the office. Go take it. And he had a little shelf on my bookshelf where he kept his little Mickey Mouse headphones. And that was so long ago. I have my key. Spanish has a key. And you have one?
Yes, I'm the one who made you guys the keys, because we had one key and you kept losing it. So then I had to go to engineer, get their key.
I don't have the same memories you do.
I know you don't. And that's the problem.
Because hers are real.
Yeah, mine's real. Yours is just whatever you felt like making up that day.
All right.
Maybe when you go up there, they didn't tell you anymore. There's not just one shelf.
Well, yeah, at one point, Dom had like a whole bookshelf.
Yeah, which was fine.
Yeah.
Because the office at that point was pretty much storage.
Yes.
We were using it to store everything that we're never going to use again in our lives.
Right, just like it is.
Until the one day
now.
where somebody goes, hey, let's do that thing today. And I go get me the hard hats with the spikes on them.
Yeah.
And you go, what hard hats? Remember the ones we used 4 years ago? We should have those somewhere in the thing. But I got to tell you, Spanish would usually come back with hard hats.
True.
Spanish is one thing about you. You're consistent.
Thank you.
Consistently awful.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yesterday, I hadn't called Spanish in a while. Called him yesterday. Right the voicemail.
Right to voicemail?
No, it rang through to voicemail.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
It rang through all the way to voicemail.
Sorry, I was running around Crescent Lake.
Are you serious?
Running?
Yeah.
Like jogging? Or
Yeah,
just
jogging.
doing it? Oh, okay.
I was running away from my problems.
Oh, somebody's already training, huh?
Yeah.
No, it's, I normally do. This is my normal routine. I work out with Nick, and then I will run around the lake.
Oh, wow.
Especially, yeah.
You work out with Nick.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you didn't pronunciate it at first. I thought you work out naked. And I was like, oh.
Doesn't everybody do that?
Where do you do that
Sit
at?
bare ass on the bench, man.
Kind of like great. It's kind of like goat yoga. It's a new thing now. Everybody runs naked in the same thing.
Oh, that cannot be good.
No.
But I did call you back, but yeah.
I know. At that point, I'm too frustrated to talk to you.
Yeah. Sorry.
I call you, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's impossible. And then you call me back like 20 minutes later, and I go, I can't.
It was like
can't
6
do
minutes. It was like 6 minutes.
Whatever. It feels like a million
It
years.
does, yeah.
I did a terrible thing yesterday. I did a good thing yesterday. I went out to Clearwater. Bob Murray opened up a new dealership, a car dealership out there, a brand new building and the whole thing. So they had a ribbon cutting ceremony, so I went out there to support my friend Bob. And on my way back, I was like, I got options. I can go over to Felice's, and I could get some good food for dinner. And I was like, I don't know what to do. And I know my daughter won't eat half the stuff there, so I didn't know. And then there's this place called Lobster Haven over there.
Oh.
And I went, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. And I went over to Lobster Haven, and I bought lobsters, and I had to put them in the boiling water.
Did they scream?
Yeah.
I didn't hear them.
This
They actually seemed like they were enjoying it.
Yeah, for the first couple minutes.
Yeah, they seemed like when I put it in there. I'll tell you what really bothered me was when they were in the bag, and they have rubber bands on the claws so that they don't pinch you. But if you boil a lobster with the rubber band on, you get the taste of rubber in the water. I don't like it. It's gross. So I had to cut the rubber bands off the live lobsters. So I got a knife and a scissor, and I cut the rubber bands off, and then one of the lobsters latched onto the knife, and I couldn't get it off. I was like wiggling it, but its eyes were very sensitive. His eyes were out, and then when I got anywhere near it, they like popped back in so that they could be protected, you know? But then they popped back out, and all I could think about last night, and I'm telling you, I feel bad about this. So before you start sending me emails and you're a jerk, just putting their eyeballs in that boiling water while they were alive. I was like, it's haunting me. It's haunting. Usually we have lobster. My dad makes it. And he's just like, give me that. Throw them right in. So yeah, but the one went in, and he was just like floating around, like this is nice, like maybe even swimming a little bit. And then the other one went in, and he was like, I don't like this. And then they sat there, and I was like, maybe they're enjoying it like a jacuzzi. And then the one started flapping its tail a little bit, and I go, hey, this guy likes it. And then I go, no, this guy's having seizures right now.
He's struggling.
Yeah.
Trying to get out.
And I felt terrible as I took every bite. I felt terrible.
Now, have you ever ate at Lobster Haven, or you just get the lobsters there?
I've never eaten at Lobster Haven. But I tell you, Carmen, I pulled up yesterday, and they had an all-you-can-eat crab special.
Yeah.
And I went in there, and they had a bunch of different specials on the board, and I went, wow, I would eat here if they were closer to me.
Yeah, because we pass it all the time, just like running around and stuff like that. And I'm always like, whoa, we should go, get dinner there.
So when you walk in there, it's a seafood store. Like they have a big counter, and they have the tanks with the lobsters and all that stuff, and a frozen refrigerator with all the stuff that's frozen in there. And then they have a separate dining room where you can go in there. I mean, it's not,
right. It's also
not
a
fancy.
restaurant.
Yeah, it's not fancy, but it's going to get you seafood,
Right.
Yeah. If I was closer to it, I would
I don't
go
know
there
what's up with you and needing to eat at fancy places. Fancy
No,
does not mean good. You do.
I don't.
You just said it's not fancy, but they have
Right,
tables and stuff.
I was preparing you. I was saying, like, don't expect it to be fancy, but you can still get great food there.
Listen, I've seen the outside. I can tell. I know I don't need to wear like a black tie or anything.
Right. Well, I thought maybe you might show up in a gown and look silly, so I wanted to make sure you were taken care of.
Don't expect to valet your car when you pull up.
Right.
Yeah, I don't need that to be able to eat at a place.
Listen, also, I don't eat at fancy restaurants. No more than the
Burns.
I haven't been to Burns in months. What?
Months?
I mean,
it's obsession at this point.
Carmen, you are obsessed with Mike doing things that cost money.
Everything costs money.
You fill up your tank with gas, and then you buy bottled water. Your lights are always on.
Remember the lady?
Well, I just asked if he ate there, and the first thing he said was, "It's not fancy." Like, why is that the first thing you say?
No, I was letting you know, like, if you and Chad were like, we're going to have a special Friday night dinner at Lobster Haven, you wear your finest gown and show up there and have to sit on a folding chair.
This
I wanted you to be
does
prepared.
not match my tiara.
That's not me by any means. I said I pass it all the time. I was just wondering if you've actually been in there, and had the food there, not just taken the lobster home to cook yourself.
I'm just saying, like, don't you every once in a while? I'll say to Amanda, "Ooh, why don't we go out somewhere nice to dinner tonight?" And she always goes, like she never wants to get. Do I have to get dressed up? And go. I never met a woman who wants to dress up less. And then
little dinner and dancing at Taco Bell.
Yeah.
How about this, Gio? I don't know if you know about this. I really think Galvin's parents might have been the last generation to do it. But how about the go to somewhere? We're going to go out to dinner at Burns. hey, let's meet at Eddie V's for drinks before we go to Burns. Like they would go somewhere else to have drinks and then go to the restaurant.
I love that.
Yeah. I don't think that didn't happen with us at all with my generation. We're going to one spot. We got everything.
Yeah.
But I know that that was a thing where they're like, oh, we'll go to Lum Chin Chinese restaurant for drinks, and then we'll go meet at the Italian restaurant.
I feel like if this city was more walkable, then you would have more of that.
But
maybe.
But yeah, I think people are just now restaurants have full bars.
Yeah,
so,
every restaurant's got a bar.
Like it's great to go to Ocean Prime for the bar. You know, their bar is fantastic. I don't know, Carmen. What's the last fancy restaurant you went to?
Oh, geez. Probably like when we went out to eat to Eddie V's for like a show thing.
Wow. Jesus. I don't even remember that.
Yeah. Listen, I don't go to fancy places. I go to where they have good food.
Yeah, but the fancy places have good food.
Yeah, I know. But you don't have to go to a fancy place to get good food. And I don't have money to go to a fancy place.
A lot of times I like to throw things at Spanish. I wish I could reach to the mic and choke you sometimes.
Oh, man.
Only when
What did I do?
Only
No.
No.
Yeah.
Only when you do impressions of me.
Who, me or Spanish?
You.
I don't know who you're talking to. Well, you just said you want to throw stuff in Spanish, but you're mad at me for doing impressions. I'm confused.
I mean, you got so much money, you could pay somebody to go choke you.
Hilarious. I think I'm going to a fancy restaurant tomorrow night.
Ooh.
Nice.
I'll wave to you as I drive by there.
I won't be anywhere near there, I promise you.
I think I'm going to Meat Market.
Ooh.
And it's only good because everything about it's good, but the best part about it is just sitting there and watching everybody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like if you can go to Meat Market and get a corner table, that's the best spot to be in. Sit there and observe.
Anytime you mention Meat Market, the one time I've been there was when we ditched Spanish and Joe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the guy didn't want to let me in.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know what you were wearing. That was his whole thing. I can't let you in because I don't know what the other people come in wearing. The guy sitting next to me in a tank top Lakers jersey.
Oh man.
Stupid.
I love people's rules. Yeah.
It's just that
Can't
bothers
see
me more than anything because I don't know. Because Galvin, you know, when you work at a bar or a restaurant or something, you make up rules when you don't want
Sure.
people to come
Oh
in.
yeah, you can't wear those shoes in here. Yeah.
I already have a reservation. And I'm wearing dress shoes and pants and a button-down shirt. Like, I'm in for the dress code. And then he's like, I got to see what the other people are wearing.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth.
There were literally
Silly
two people
bastard.
wearing basketball jerseys, not even 6 feet away at the bar.
Yeah.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Excuse me. And I said to him, I go, this guy's wearing a tank top.
Yeah.
And
He must own the joint.
He goes, in the bar.
Oh.
And I
Yeah.
go, I got
Our
Yeah,
table's
what-
there.
So there's a difference? Like you have to
you.
dress.
No, he was just being a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was just being a dick. He's one of those little power-hungry people, and that's fine. I don't care. It ain't stopping me. I'm going back. And every time I see him now, I go, hey, how do I look? I do, I swear. I walk by, he goes, hello. I go, how do I look? And he goes, yeah. Just checking.
It was a night out with the guys, and they wanted to bring their ladies.
No.
That's not true. We were not trying to bring ladies.
Totally.
No, it's
Totally.
not.
You
No,
were
Nope.
bringing ladies.
That's not
We're
true.
not
at all.
bringing ladies.
We weren't going to let you bring us down.
Ridiculous.
Oh, my God. I just thought Hoppy was with us.
I know.
Yeah.
Just trying to be nice.
That's why you didn't get in.
That worried me because the guy was scoping out the other people, and Hoppy wasn't there yet, so I didn't know what Hoppy was going to wear. But he was dressed nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
In the clothes that you bought him?
probably.
Yeah.
I heard. I don't know if Happy Hour is still on. I don't know if that's going to bother you or not, Spanish. But I know you're a fan. I heard Hoppy try to beat up his co-host during the taping.
I
You hear
heard
about that?
I did hear about that.
Like
I
a
did hear
physical
about
altercation?
that. Yeah.
Yeah, might be the only episode of Happy Hour I'm ever interested in.
No chance he recorded that.
No.
Yeah. No chance he got that.
Do you know that? Do you know that when he first got here, I agreed to go on the show with him, sat in the dub studio for an hour, did the whole show, and he didn't record it.
I do remember that.
You'll never forget the face at the end. I forgot to hit record. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
Did you sit and do it again, or that was it?
I think we did an abridged version of it
Oh,
after
man.
that. Yeah.
You're a kind person.
Not anymore. All right. I'm going to go take a nap.
All right.
We weren't supposed to be here.
Yeah, I know.
So I didn't prepare anything.
You didn't prepare anything?
No.
This was your idea.
I know. No, hey, by the way, I'm kidding. We got a lot going on today. Galvin didn't get to the open letter yesterday because Carlos Mencia was here.
Don't make it like I had it ready to go. You talked to Carlos for 4 hours. And didn't get to my open letter.
Questionable. But we'll have the open letter today at 8 o'clock. Cody Tucker will join us again at 8:20, and then we will have Steve-O on the show. This is where it gets dicey. Steve-O is supposed to have a penis tattooed on his face by Post Malone. That's the correct?
Yeah, they're at Bonnaroo this weekend because Post Malone is headlining Bonnaroo. So that's where this is all going down.
Bonnaroo's this weekend?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I like Post Malone. I find his face tattoos to be a little weird, but I'm used to seeing them now, so it's not that big of a deal.
It works for him, I feel.
I don't know if it's working or if we're just used to seeing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Post Malone seems like, to me, he's super talented, but he just seems like he seems like you, Gio, like a kid that nobody loved when he was a kid. And
Except without the success.
but later on, he was super talented and finally found his way and found some success, and then ruined it with all those face tattoos that he got to remind himself of how unloved he was.
Did you ever see when they take the Photoshop, remove all the tattoos?
Yeah.
He looks like a normal guy.
I know. I mean, maybe like one. Like Jelly Roll looks like the biggest idiot because his tattoos aren't even good. He's got like stick figures and.
I think they're prison tattoos.
I gotta tell you, are we done with Jelly Roll yet? I'm so
Nope.
sick of reading stuff about
He's
him and
everywhere
hearing
now.
stuff. Yeah, it's ugh. I'm like, come on. There was a thing the other day that said Jelly Roll prefers to be called Jelly. If you call him Jelly Roll, he's like, come on, man, drop the roll. And I'm like,
Drop the roll.
okay, how about I call you fat stupid? Nobody cares. Also, you see the videos of Post Malone when he was younger, and he's awful.
Oh, really?
Oh, he's like wearing like a do-rag, and he's got like baggy shorts on, and he's rocking back and forth and singing this stuff, and it's terrible stuff. You know, I mean, hey, everybody grows and gets better and does this stuff, but like if you would have saw that, you would have been like, I'm not putting any money in this dude. He's never gonna make it.
Kid Rock is like that too. Like,
Oh,
you look
I
at
remember the
old,
Kid Rock
old
rapping.
stuff. Yeah.
That was when he was good.
No, and he was like a rap
Yeah,
guy.
yeah. Oh, you
man.
had the high fade, remember? Yeah.
Big goofy white dude.
Yodeling in the valley. Yeah.
What is the process now of somebody like Post Malone to get a record deal? You know what I mean? Like, what would he even do?
I don't know what his situation is, but a lot of people put out their stuff on their own.
Yeah.
You know, SoundCloud was a big deal before.
Yeah,
you know, a lot
that's
of those SoundCloud guys. Master P made the most money he made from selling his CDs out of the trunk of his car. He made hundreds of thousands of dollars because everybody wanted to buy that stuff. Well, I don't know whether it was most money he ever made, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy how much money those guys make. And nobody knows who they are except
This
for
goes
in the
under
neighborhood.
Incredible facts I never expected to learn from Galvin.
Yeah, that's right.
I just look at that and I think today if I'm a musician and I'm trying to get a record deal, I don't even know the process anymore. I mean, you just got to put it out yourself and hope somebody sees it. That's the only thing to do.
Yeah.
Tom Petty said when him and the Heartbreakers decided to be a band, they moved to LA and they were like, all right, well, they went to Playboy Records. They're like, this seems cool. And they went in there and they just expected to walk out with a deal. And they go, we just thought we'd go in there, talk to them, and then get a deal. So we picked Playboy Records. And Playboy Records was like, no thanks. And we went around to all these record companies, got rejected by everybody. I think, imagine being the guy who rejected somebody big.
Oh, yeah. You think about that all the time because there's tons of stories about that where it happens that nobody picked these people up and you're like, really? Nobody thought you had a chance at all? You know?
It's crazy.
Just shows you experts never know what the hell they're talking about. Oh, you're an expert? Really? Did you pass on, the biggest band of whatever?
Yeah.
So dumb.
That's like that Scooter Braun. He saw that in Justin, what's his name, Bieber. And he was like, this kid, I'm locking him in now.
Yeah.
Locking
Scooter
him in.
Braun wasn't even the one who found him. Usher was.
I thought Scooter Braun found him and brought him to Ursher.
No, I thought Usher found him on YouTube.
I thought it was the other way around, but I could be wrong, Carmen. I'm not the child pop
I could be
king
wrong
of Tampa.
too.
Yeah, I just know one of them found him and brought him to the other one and then rode that gravy train all the way.
One of them found him, banged him. He said, I'm going to tell him. They said,
Big
no, we'll
boat.
give you a record deal.
Dude, I was thinking about that Andrew Tate thing the other day with him. Who was it that he was telling?
Ryan Garcia.
Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Watch out. This is what they did to me. And then you start to look at how much of that like all of a sudden you see a guy and he's doing great, and then he's getting in trouble for something. You're like, what? I never. You just realize it how much that could be happening around us. We don't even realize it.
Yeah, well, the P. Diddy stuff, I mean, all the files that were released of what they were charging P. Diddy with, and then how he was connected to all these executives and how they were all in on him doing blackmail. And...
Two things. One,
doing blackmails, I think.
That's it.
One, where is P. Diddy?
They just saw him, I think, in Miami, I want to say.
And what is he? We still don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, what was he in trouble for? What did they? So I remember watching on the news when they raided his place. Like the next day, they were like, "Charges will be coming soon." And they say, "How do you know?" And the guy was like, I've been doing this a long time. You don't get a federal raid like that with military style and not have charges come within the next 24 hours." And nothing. Still nothing.
Yeah. But they did collect a lot of stuff from his house.
Yeah.
I know, but I mean, what right did they have to do? What did they get? We don't know what's going on.
That's what I'm saying. Like the Fed can just come in and take your stuff, and then that's it.
Or at least let us know what he did, like to make it so, like as an average citizen, we don't have to worry about that happening to us.
Yeah.
Or did he pay them off? You know what I mean?
He's got so much money that I think he can just make things go away.
I think
and so many connections. That's the other thing. Like he has money, but he also has connections. So if the people that were at his parties don't want like that information coming out, they could also be behind it being covered up.
Yeah, I think
down.
he's the fall guy for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm pretty curious about it. And then on top of that, we don't know what he did. We don't know what he's accused of with the trafficking and all that, but there's been nothing to come through, no charges or anything. And yet all they've done is spread the rumor that he's doing gay stuff.
Yep.
That's the number one takeaway from that is they're doing gay stuff, and then they re-release a video of him beating up his girlfriend that they already had.
Which is genius because he was literally involved in one of the biggest blackmailing rings in the music industry, and then they released the video of him beating up that girl, and everyone's like, he beats up women.
Right.
That's it. Nobody remembers the other stuff.
That's so crazy.
Yep.
Distraction.
Yeah.
So I mean, and also just shows they could ruin anybody.
Oh yeah.
Anybody.
Easily.
Before you know it, there's a video where it makes it look like you hit a woman. What?
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
With AI now, I don't know what to believe.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
It's getting so good, but it's so bad.
I just saw a video of a guy doing a deep dive on Biden, and he said that Biden died in 2018, and this guy is like a cousin of Biden, and that he had plastic surgery done,
Dennis Biden?
which is why his ears look different. And then,
Well, he does not look the same at all. Like
Yeah.
his facial structure, if you see, and I know you get older and you change and stuff
That's
like
a
that.
lot of change, Carmen. You're right. I mean,
it
he looks a lot different.
Yeah.
I kept thinking that all like the falling and all that stuff was kind of exaggerated. I'm like, whatever happens. But where he freezes the other day at that concert,
I was trying to explain to my wife.
That was-
Freezing was
he's
the weird.
rebooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was the one where I was like, whoa, that's not good.
You
Well,
can't.
have you-
You
okay.
can't. I mean, that him freezing like that, and that's the guy that's running the country.
Like he's not even there.
concert.
He's not there at that concert
no,
like,
he
for
was
a
like,
moment.
he was just like.
Have you? They have released videos of other celebrities freezing like that, and then the interviewer says something like 3 times, and they like snap out of it. But it's happened to like Cardi B, Katy Perry, like all these celebrities who they accuse of being like part of that whole thing, and dying and coming back and stuff like that.
Oh boy,
It's crazy.
If he had had a heart attack right there, I would not have been surprised. I'm like, okay, that's
no, it looked like he was going down.
like something's about some medical emergency is about to happen.
He gets out of the limo and like does that freeze up and just and looks into the sun. And his Secret Service guy is like, should I push him forward? Like, do I need to reset him? Like, he's just like looking at him like, I don't know what to
what
do.
if they hit him with one of those sticks like they had in Casino? You just recharge him.
yeah.
Everybody, they're all dancing around him and like their fake, politician dance, and then he's just like completely frozen.
He's a robot.
Yeah, it's like I saw a video of that. And
It's like a wax figure.
Yeah, and the caption was every parent that has an infant knows what this face is.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
pooping his pants.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, look at that Biden. Look at that Biden that Joe has on his computer. That's not the
Yeah,
same
but
guy.
that's 30 years ago.
Yeah, that's a while back.
Yeah.
Still.
Your face doesn't change like that.
much.
When you're
Yeah.
old, it does.
I don't
But
know.
Also, whenever you have brain surgery, they do stuff.
Yeah.
Things happen. Your skin gets pulled.
That was involved in what the theory that this guy was going through about why this isn't the same Biden. It blew my mind. It blew my mind.
Yeah, that picture there, that's like from early 2000 at least.
Yeah, that's old.
I mean, it's just 20
you can
years.
go back to the video where he's yelling about black people moving into his neighborhood.
Keep on going.
Yeah.
I'm one step closer.
2.
I met Tom Cruise's son yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't really hit it off or anything. I just met him. He was nice.
Yeah.
Nice guy. It's so funny. I'm so obsessed with Tom Cruise. I met him.
Did he say,
was
"Why are
cool.
you in my kitchen"?
No. And then and then he went outside to take a phone call, and I was like, I wonder if that's Tom Cruise calling. Then I tried to picture what that conversation is like. Does he talk to him like I talk to my son? Hey, idiot, call me back.
I don't know.
I just had to yell at my son.
Oh.
Yeah.
How's his trip going?
I talked to him last night, Carmen. He was at my niece's house. I said, "What are you doing tonight?" He goes, "I think I'm going to a concert, and then we're coming back here." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Do me a favor. Text me where you're going, so when you're missing, I know where you were heading to go to. I could tell the cops he was going here." And he goes, "Okay." I go, "And then just text me when you got home that I'm home." I wake up this morning, nothing.
Oh.
Nothing.
That's not a whole lot to ask.
You don't have the 360 on him anymore?
It's funny you said, Joe, because I said to him, I asked for one thing.
Yeah.
One thing. And then I called him and he didn't answer. But it's 2:00 in the morning there, so it's likely that he was still out, you know?
Yeah. At the very
So-
least you could do is just shoot me the text.
Thank you. Thank you. Gio speaking like a father.
I say the same thing to my kids all the time.
That's all I ask for. Just shoot
I
me
don't
a
care
text.
if you're going. Just shoot me a text when you get there and when you leave.
I'm not even mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah. So then I called him and He didn't answer. I called in. Hello. I go, I asked for one goddamn thing. And he was like, I'm home. I'm sleeping. Blah, blah, blah. And then he texted me because he got up and read my text. And he goes, I didn't text you because I didn't go anywhere. And I go, still, then tell me I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Jerk. Tom, Tree Man Tom,
Yes?
likes to text me 5 minutes before my alarm goes off.
Right.
And I text him last night at 9 o'clock. He goes to bed pretty early because he works early. And I text him. I said, hey, I need to know this and this. And he texted me at 6:01 this morning. He goes, I waited till 6 o'clock.
601 boss.
He made me laugh. All right. We got some stuff to give away. Carmen will tell you what that is. We'll jump into Sporle next. And then, of course, we have news. Then if you missed an open letter, we're going to have an open letter today. And then if you missed Cody Tucker last week, he's an interesting guy that I found on Instagram that has his own show, and he does these little meme fact videos. I don't even know how to describe it, but he just goes through. Last week, he gave us some connections between Jim Morrison's father, and it was pretty good. So I don't know what he's going to do today, but we'll talk to him at 8:20. And then, like we were talking about Steve-O and Post Malone, he's going to tattoo a penis on Steve-O's face. I'm calling Steve-O at 9 o'clock today to talk him out of this. I will be the guy that puts the end to this. There's no way I'm letting this happen to my sweet, sweet Steve-O.
Well, you were right about them that they shouldn't make another Jackass movie because that only made hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. So
Yeah.
he should definitely listen to your advice.
Maybe I'm not the guy to listen. I don't know. All right, we'll take a quick break. Sporkle's next to Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. I was in the kitchen last night, and I go, Alexa, play David Lee Roth. And I just hear my wife from inside go, oh, Jesus Christ.
Hilarious.
It can't be easy to be married to me. I gotta admit
I can see that.
Yeah, I knew you would agree with that.
Thank God my wife and I both like heavy stuff and
Yeah.
hardcore. You know what I mean? Like, we both like a lot of that. So, although there's a lot of stuff where she's like, I want to see it. And I go, you do? I go, go ahead. I don't know. I mean, she's literally wearing like a shirt, Sloppy Seconds shirt. And she's like, can you get me tickets to that guy that was in One Direction? And I'm like, all right, I guess so.
Yeah, we don't have the same taste in music. Like, my wife's going to see Justin Timberlake tonight, and I would not go to that. But if she said to me, can we go to this? Will you go? I'd be like, okay. You know, I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
you
have a
don't
problem
dislike
with it.
him. You like some of his stuff.
Right. No, he's not bad at all. It just, but I don't know. I'm trying to think of.
You know who I do want to see that my wife went and saw and said it was just unbelievable, and she said that I would have loved it, and I bet I would, was Bruno Mars.
Oh, Bruno Mars was great.
She said just the whole band, everybody was just great.
Yeah,
It was
last
just-
time he was here, I saw him. He was great.
Yeah.
The one concert that I regret not going to was the last time Prince played here. I got my wife. He played in the center, and I got her tickets like 3 dead center, 3 off the front, and I didn't go, not because I didn't like Prince. It's just that it was so many of that new Prince stuff, and I was like, I don't want to see that, and it ended up being great. He did all the hits, and I'm like, God damn it! And then he dies.
I saw a video the other day of Prince, and he was in concert on stage, and he handed the microphone to his female sax player, and she was singing, and she was good. And I was like, oh, cool. And then he took the microphone back and started singing, and it's like turning it up to 11. Yeah. It was just such a different level. He just had such a cool voice and vibe, and he was such a good musician too.
Everybody says that knows him says he was really funny too.
Yeah,
he was like he didn't seem like the little curmudgeon that he always seems like when he's quiet and doesn't want to talk to him. That's just him being cool, you know. All right, Carmen, what are we giving away today? No Prince tickets, I assume.
No.
We do not have Prince tickets. We have tickets for Santana with Counting Crows, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Slash, and 30 Seconds to Mars, and Cyndi Lauper.
All right. ATEF is already picking up our order.
Oh man.
Nice.
Carmen, we're getting breakfast. No big deal. Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I'm making my own breakfast.
We got it from Burns.
Nice.
I was laughing because I was thinking about that poor drummer who was forced to eat like
Subway?
Lettuce and onions.
Yeah, because of
Mustard.
And his face, there was so much sadness when he was telling that story.
That guy was a great guest.
He was.
And then he died.
Yeah?
He did, yeah.
Sad.
Too much lettuce.
All right, let's give some stuff away right now. A little bit of Sporkle. Here we go. I do not like snakes. They're showing rattlesnakes on TV right now. Snakes gross me out. They weird me out.
Yeah.
Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. And may I say, doing a fine job.
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that.
Carmen, what are we playing today?
Today we're going to play movie title actors. Can you name the actor that played the movie title character?
All right.
Okay?
What did we decide yesterday? Was yesterday a no or was it a win?
Spanish one.
Yeah.
No,
It was a win. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm going to give you the movie title, and you're going to give me the actor of the named character in the title.
Got
it.
Your first one, 500 Days of Summer.
McConaughey?
Zooey Deschanel.
Galvin.
I could not think of her name.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, is her name Summer?
Yeah, she's
In the-
Oh,
movie.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
I never saw the movie.
Your next one, Napoleon Dynamite.
Heater.
Galvin. Ocean's 11.
Clooney.
Mike Calta. Quigley Down Under.
Selleck.
Galvin. Rosemary's Baby.
Mia Farrow.
Galvin. Yuli's Gold.
Ooh.
That is-
Yuli's Gold.
Billy Crystal.
John Wayne.
Spanish guy.
Oh, is it? Javier Bardem.
No, not too old Spanish guy.
I was looking for Peter Fonda.
Or Peter Fonda.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You have a different movie.
Not Spanish at all, guy.
Your next one, Wayne's World.
Myers.
Mike Calta. Along Came Polly.
Edison.
Galvin. And Pap.
Close. This is a close game.
We're halfway there.
Gio and Spanish are both not on the board. Michael with 2 points, and Galvin is your leader right now. He's winning with 5.
Oh, okay.
All right, we are playing movie title actors. Your next one, My Cousin Vinny.
Pesci.
Mike Calta. Sergeant York. Who is York in Sergeant York?
Sinatra.
John Wayne.
Sammy Davis.
James Dean.
Looking for Gary Cooper.
Oh.
That's close.
The World According to Bart.
Williams.
Mike Calta. Still Alice. Who is Alice in Still Alice?
Kate Winslet.
Marilyn Monroe.
Linda Lavin.
The redhead. I can't think of her.
Julianne Moore.
Yes. Damn it. I could not think of her name. Half point, Joe.
No points, Joe. No points. Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Kunis. Nope.
Bell.
Yeah. The other one.
Yep.
Geo.
The less hot.
Cool Hand Luke.
Newman.
Mike Calta.
Newman.
Citizen Kane.
Wells.
Mike Calta. Blue Jasmine. It was Jasmine and Blue Jasmine. Kate Blanchett is who I was looking for, and Pat Pat.
Great movie.
We are on the last three.
Spanish is still not on the board. Gino with a single point. Galvin with 5, and Michael is your leader by 1. He's winning with 6.
All right.
Anybody's game.
No. Movie title actors, last 3. Here we go. Fletch lives.
Chase.
Chase is correct. Pap.
Spanish.
Yeah.
Spanish gets the point. Evan Almighty.
Well, Carrot Corral. Ooh, tied it up.
Galvin.
You're
You say
tied up.
Carrot Corral?
No, I said Carrot Corral.
So everybody else is out.
Yes.
Out. You guys have 6.
This is the last one,
Here you go.
just between Mike and Galvin. Django Unchained.
Fox. The entire time I was waiting for Paul Hogan, Crocodile Dundee. The entire time. I got it locked into my head and I could not get it out.
I was thinking Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
I was thinking Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Your final score, Spanish with a single point, Gio also with 1,
Yeah.
Michael with 6, and Galvin is your triumphant champion today. By 1, he won with 7.
Is that a streak?
No,
No,
that's
What are the year totals?
The year totals, Gio in 4th place with 5 wins for the year. I am in 3rd place with 13 wins for the year. Galvin in 2nd place with 33 wins for the year. Michael, you're in the lead with 56 wins for the year.
All right.
A
So
guy
that-
keeps telling me that you're wrong, that I have more wins, and I go, I don't know what to do with that.
How is she? Yeah.
How is that wrong? How am I wrong?
I should have had 7 wins.
He's keeping score at home. I don't know. I don't know.
He's wrong.
No big deal. You were talking about snakes. You don't like snakes. I saw an otter yesterday.
I saw an otter too.
I have never seen an otter in the
Oh,
wild.
really?
Really?
Yeah.
Those are, I get those all the time by my house.
But it ran across the trail and like stopped and looked at me and went nope and went running back. And I was like, when it first came
It
out,
shuffles.
I go, is that an alligator? Like,
Right.
what is
Yeah.
that? Because it was, it was actually pretty big. It was about, I don't know, maybe 2.5, 3 feet long.
Oh,
with its
that's a
tail.
big one.
Yeah, it was like about that long. The tail
Yeah.
and stuff. But I was like, what is that? And I couldn't get my phone out fast
Yeah.
enough. And I was like, damn it.
There was
And then,
one running around the yard yesterday.
do you see what else I found? $20.
Oh yeah, I did
saw
see that.
$20.
Yep.
And some guy accused me. He goes, "Oh, it was just perfectly laying there for a perfect picture." And I go, "Yeah, that's what I did. I'm a guy that takes two $10 bills and lays it on the ground and says, this is what I
Yeah.
found."
What do you get out of that?
Yeah.
Got to get that content.
Yeah, baby.
Well, but also be careful about things that you're picking
Yeah.
up.
Carmen, everybody said that.
Yeah.
I did not think of it at all. But
Fentanyl 20.
Yeah.
Fentanyl.
Well, that's what they're
It was
doing.
two
They're
tens.
they're rubbing it on the bills,
Yeah.
and then the people follow you. And once you pass out, they take you.
And what did he do? They
Oh my
hucklebuck me?
God.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do to you, but normally
Take
for
your
women and
kidneys.
children, they sell you.
that's
Men, I don't know, it'll probably
just
just kill you.
Perfectly placed there, right on the trail.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Holy
Free
cow.
drugs.
just be careful.
They'd sell me. I'd look a lot like Randy Quaid from Kingpin when he's up in the strip club. Are you sure that's a lady? I'm not sure about that.
Dude.
What do we have coming up in news, Galvin?
Coming up in news today, Soggy in the South, Fight Me, and the logo died.
I pooped my pants one time and I said I was soggy in the south.
Wait, what?
No, it's all a joke.
That's actually
No.
brown downtown.
Let's take a quick break and we'll come right back and dive into news. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. There was an article yesterday in the Tampa Bay Times that says debunking 3 Tampa Bay myths from the St. Petersburg name to the pier bathroom. You know about the pier bathroom?
I do.
You do?
What's the pure bathroom?
He
man?
does.
Of course he does.
Little
Yep.
George Michael action?
Under the
No,
stall.
No, the pier bathroom was originally built as because there's a church that looks
Yeah.
exactly like it. So
Yeah.
that was like a
Homage?
No. I think they built it first so that the city planners could approve the design, and then they went forward with the church. So they had to approve it.
Something along those lines. I read the article yesterday. It was the same architect or something that did whatever.
I can tell you that bathroom is an experience.
What?
It's right before
Gross?
the pier. It's not gross, but it has no AC.
Yeah.
It's hot, and you go in there and like
Smells like pee.
Yeah, dude, because it's just like this ruminating smell in the heat. It's nuts.
Yeah. Gross.
Yeah.
The outside looks cool.
Yeah, the outside looks cool.
But I didn't know about any of those, and they don't really seem like big deals. But the two that I know that stories that I've heard over the years, and I didn't grow up here, but I've lived here since 1989, were Old Hitler. Does anybody know what Old Hitler is?
Is that a shark that lives by
hammerhead
the
shark.
Skyway? Or
Yeah, hammerhead shark by the Skyway. That supposedly is the biggest hammerhead or whatever, and it's over
I
there.
didn't know that.
And the mini lights.
What are
Yeah.
the mini lights?
I knew Joe would know.
The mini lights would like appear like over the water, but you never really knew what they were.
Yeah.
And they,
Oh,
they
is
just kind
that
of
the
float
three
around.
lights?
Yeah.
No, they were.
more
Well,
than
they
one.
were like, and they were little people.
Yeah.
They were like little creatures, and they would run around St. Pete.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, mini lights. I don't remember the full story, but they were like little pixie people.
wow.
Yeah.
No Indian burial ground mention, huh?
No, it didn't say
That's
anything
real.
about that.
That's
So that is an Indian burial ground. Somebody, after you said it on the show yesterday, Joe, several people emailed me and said Dennis Phillips refers to it all the time because there's something about the way that the land is structured that blocks the air or the whatever from getting cool or the water or whatever. I have no idea what I'm saying, but you know what I mean. One of those things.
There's some science behind it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
weather.
I'll take it.
The longest running myth that I've heard from living here was that they were building Six Flags in Pasco County.
Oh, really?
They were going to build a Six Flags
Yes,
in Pasco
Newport
County.
Richie somewhere. Yeah, like where the flea market was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That myth, I mean, that goes back to when I was in like middle school.
But at one point in the early 2000s, it was like, oh, they're breaking ground next week. Like it's happening. Yeah.
But there was no, I at one point, I think somebody set up a fake website
Yeah.
when the internet was just getting off, and that's where people were getting the information. But
Awesome.
everybody would be like, yeah, dude, they're going to build Six Flags at the USA Flea Market in Port Richie. And then it was somewhere else. It was, I forget the other place they had it
I
marked
remember
off.
that.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. There's also a rumor. This is not along the same lines as the Old Hitler or the mini lights or the Six Flags in Newport Richie. Harris, the casino company, owns the land that is where the Oldsmar Flea Market is, and that they were planning on putting a casino there. The minute they were allowed to, they would relax the rules on casinos. So I don't know that that's true or not true. I know there are a lot of buildings built in Miami that were able to be quickly converted if the law changed. But right now, Oldsmar Flea Market is just Oldsmar Flea Market, and nothing else is there. And that's a big piece of land in the middle of a very, it can be very profitable as a bunch of things if it was turned over. Also, kind of good place for a casino. It's at the opposite end of where the other casino is, the Hard Rock, and it would be like Casino Row. It'd be the opposite end and also close to Clearwater.
You're also 5 minutes from the horse track.
Yeah. Every time I drive over that big bridge going into Clearwater Beach and I look at those hotels, I go, wouldn't it be great if they were just all casinos?
Yeah, because that's the thing.
Beach casinos.
Once it goes, it starts going, and then you have all the little ones that are like convenience stores that have slot machines in it and all kind of stuff.
But that's what people are worried about. So why can't they make it to where it's like, all right, look, here's the deal.
Has to be approved and has to be an actual casino.
Yeah, and you can only have, like, say in Clearwater Beach, because they're real uptight over there, we can only have 3 casinos per mile or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
like in this group from Mandalay Avenue all the way down to wherever, you can only have 3 buildings.
I don't know what the big deal is, whether they think that it brings in the wrong kind of people, but every families go to casinos. You know, I mean, you almost a vacation where you bring your
Especially-
family and then the parents get to go and gamble, the kids can go to the pool.
If they made it like, instead of making it like Vegas, but made it like Atlantic City's on the beach too, but you can't really, who's swimming in Atlantic City?
Right, yeah.
But if you made it like hey, Clearwater Beach destination resort, casino resort, that'd
golf,
be great. I almost
golf,
said that word.
casino, right on the beach, all that stuff. Yeah.
Dolphins.
What it really is, the Seminole Tribe of Florida has a stronghold.
Yeah, that's
And they donate a lot of money to politicians, and they want to be the only show in town.
Right.
Look, I get it. It's
Yeah.
smart business, you know what I mean? But it would just be nice to Just every once in a while, when I go over that little bridge just to see some lights.
And you've got Tampa and South Florida, so you can get to them from anywhere in the state.
Sure, right in the middle. I mean? And you got open it up, Wayne Newton. Oh no, Wayne Newton's coming, isn't he?
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
I went whenever I went down to that Shy Wolf sanctuary down in Naples. We stopped in Immokalee and went to that casino there, which isn't like a super nice. It's just kind of a big room and stuff, but it was fun. It was a nice casino, nice enough. You can do had all the different games and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, look, you want to gamble, you want to gamble. So, yeah. All right, time to check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
I don't want to hijack your news, Galvin, but I got some things to ask you. What do we got going on in the news?
All right, what do you want to ask me, or do you want to just get into it? And I'll tell you what.
I am on the verge of spending.
I will tell you.
A lot of money.
I have some information about what you were talking about.
Every story I see, I think of you immediately because of this reason.
Carmen, plug your ears.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on the verge of spending a lot of money on Conor McGregor tickets. I've already got flights. I've already got hotel. By the way, still getting comped hotels in Vegas.
Nice.
I'm very proud of
I was going to say, you're not getting comped? Yeah, for sure.
On that weekend, too, is good.
Yeah, I know. I was at a choice of hotels.
Yeah.
I could even go fancy and stay at somebody fancy for like $129 a night.
Oh.
Yeah, I was very impressed with that because I hadn't been to Vegas in a long time.
So do you want to jump into that, or do you want to get into these stories and get into that? Because that's like the third thing I have.
All right, I'll wait till we get to that. No rush.
So today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. Father's Day is happening on Sunday. I keep reminding you, so don't forget. If you forget, it's not my fault. But if you're looking for something for the father in your life, how about some new shoes? You can stop at Pelt Shoes. They have all the different styles you're looking for. They've got work boots. They got dress shoes, sandals, boating shoes, athletic shoes. Also, you can get a gift card if you're like, hey, I don't know what they like. I don't know whether they want the perfect white New Balance or if they want something else. They want some Hey Dudes. They have them all right there. So stop into a Pelts today. Make sure you tell them Galvin from the Mike Calta Show sent you.
My Father's Day already ruined.
Yeah.
My wife got me a fishing charter to go fishing.
Rainy rain.
Yeah, it's going to be thunderstorms.
Yeah, that leads us into our first story. Heavy rainfall could swamp South Florida for a third day in a row today, threatening more destructive flooding after Wednesday's storms transformed roads into canals and seeped into homes. And more is yet to come later this week. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has declared an emergency for Broward, Collier, Lee, Miami-Dade, and Sarasota counties after dangerous flooding immobilized the operations of critical infrastructure on Wednesday. Flood warnings are in place for cities including Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Naples until this morning, where between 4 and 13 inches of rainfall fell across the region on Wednesday. Additional rainfall up to 2 inches possible in the area.
It gets pretty hectic. Spanish and I were talking about it before. We both lived in Miami in that area, and those people, if it gets wet outside, if it's humid, they don't know how to drive.
Yeah,
so the
wild.
rain, now you mix in the flooding, it's gonna be hard to operate down there. There's too many people in that area.
100%, and nobody seems to have car insurance down there either. I can't tell you how many times people get hit and then they just drive away.
Yeah,
Spanish. I hit a car one time, and I was driving my ex-girlfriend's parents' Mitsubishi Montero, and had a huge rubber bumper. And I hit the brakes in the rain, skidded, boom, and bumped the car in front of me. So the guy got out of the car, and I was like, "Hey, I'm sorry." In the rain, and he's like, and I go, "I'm sorry." In the rain, and then he escalated, and I looked at him. I go, "Give me your insurance card." And he looked at me. I go, "Give me your insurance card." And he went over to his car, and I thought he was going to get his insurance card. And he got in the car and drove over.
Happens all the time.
That's the way to go.
See you later. So many fans of the fighting world were disappointed when Mike Tyson's medical emergency led to his big fight with Jake Paul getting postponed. But it looks like a fight could be happening on July 20th after all. While Tyson is still allegedly preparing for the bout in November, his opponent looks to be moving forward without the heavyweight. Weeks after Paul responded to rumors that the fight with Tyson was off, there are whispers that are aiming to set up a brawl with Mike Perry, who is a star in the bare knuckle world. He is undefeated, which could actually jeopardize his plans with the heavyweight legend later this year. So if he fights Mike Perry and gets his ass whooped and gets all beat up and stuff, maybe he's not fighting Tyson in November, because you have to have some time in between fights and stuff.
And it's not going to be bare knuckle. It'll be boxing, right?
No, it'll be boxing.
Is that as effective? Like I'm punching you with a bare hand. It's hurting way more than if I'm getting hit with a
100%.
Right.
Yeah.
So is this guy going to be as effective?
Well, he is former UFC, so he was a UFC fighter, and he had one boxing match that he lost, but then he is undefeated in bare knuckle, but it is all stand-up. You know what I mean? So the bare knuckle, you're not kicking or doing anything like that. So in Mike Perry's 32, he's a pretty tough dude. So we'll see. He's getting closer to fighting real boxers.
I have zero interest in this fight. Just as an average person, I don't. Mike Tyson, I might even shell out a couple bucks for that, but there's no way I'm caring about this.
Good for BKFC though, because a lot of people will find out what that is and about Mike Perry and stuff. So it'll be interesting.
They're probably
to see.
very excited about it.
Yeah. So this.
No.
Sticking with fighting, Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler at UFC 303 is in dire straits. Last week, the UFC 303 main event was thrown into turmoil when a planned Dublin press conference for the event was postponed last minute without explanation. That immediately raised concerns that the long-anticipated fight between McGregor and Chandler was suddenly in jeopardy, and reports started circulating that the promotion was looking into alternate plans for the International Fight Week headliner. Well, now a guy who is in the know for sure, Ariel Helwani, said he was optimistic last week and was going into it thinking that this is going to happen. He says he has lost that optimism, and it does not look like this is going to happen.
He said they're panicking.
They're panicking, looking for a replacement, doing all this stuff because it's not a stellar card.
No.
This is the big headline event, the return of Conor McGregor. So who knows? I mean, it's in jeopardy. It may wind up going through. This may just be a tactic that Conor McGregor is doing to get paid even more.
I will tell you, the tickets are insane.
Yeah.
If you're going to the floor, which is not the ideal place to sit, it's very hard to watch the UFC fight from the floor. You're watching on the screen. So why are you paying for floor seats if you're just going to watch it on the screen? Unless you're Donald Trump and you're sitting ringside, in the Joe Rogan seats. When we went, we were sitting right behind Joe Rogan and with Brock Lesnar's family,
right?
And we could see inside the cage. That was great. But if you sit 3 rows back, you're now looking through a fence to try and figure out what's going on. You just end up looking up. Those seats are going for $8,000 each.
Yeah.
The seats on the first lower level, maybe right around the mid to the sides are going for about $4,000 each, and then you can go a little bit higher and get in the $3,300 range. And for like $1,500, you can go up in the third level, which is ridiculous, but probably still great seats to sit and watch the fight.
Second level front row is probably the best seat in the place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That really works out well for everything, for hockey, for fighting, for any of the different stuff. That's a great vantage point.
Yeah, I'll tell you, one of the things about Amalie Arena is if you go all the way up to the press box, which is the highest you can go in the arena, and sit there, it's a great seat. You can see the entire ice. You can see, you can hear because of the way the acoustics are. You can hear the players yelling at each other. There's no bad seat in that house. But if you're watching something that's just small and centralized, it makes it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like I'm going out there either way because the whole idea of going is I'm taking my son for his graduation to Vegas, and Pete's taking his son. Pete's got his tickets to the fight, and he's got we got flights and everything. So I think we're going either way.
I was watching the Florida Panthers and the Oilers the other night, and they showed the kid. What is his name? He had a great name. He is the number 1 draft pick. He's going to go number 1 overall in the NHL.
Right.
Young kid, great hockey name. God, I forget what his name is. Something. It was really
Duke
good.
Leroy.
But it was something like that where you're like, oh, this kid was born to be a superstar. No lie, for about 10 seconds, I go, is that Jake? Is that Jake? He looked exactly like him. The suit on, had the hair. It was exactly.
Celebrini? Celebrini?
Yeah, that's it. What's his first name?
Slapshot.
Slapshot Celebrini.
No, Celebrini is his last name, but his first name goes along with it perfectly.
Oh, Macklin.
Macklin Celebrini. Are you kidding me? It's time to celebrate with Celebrini when he scores a goal. It was such a perfect Macklin Celebrini. If that kid's not going to be a star, you know what I mean? Like you knew that kid. You were like, oh, this is going to be a star right there. I just put a star in you. Yeah.
Hey, the junk jockeys are here. Oh, is it Roy? No, it's Macklin. This never happened. Hey, we should offer Kevin Spacey a place to live.
I know.
He's just running around telling everybody he's got no place to live. We should be like,
I know,
Kevin
right?
Spacey, we'll get you one of those staycation motels where you can stay at we'll pay for 6 months.
What about he goes into business with his brother Randy, who is the Rod Stewart impersonator limo driver. So you get Rod Stewart driving the limo, and then Kevin Spacey's in there with you.
Yeah.
Oh, you can rent Spacey.
Right.
In the limo.
Who doesn't want to
That's
go?
pretty cool.
Who doesn't want to go to their wedding with Spacey?
Yeah.
Right?
I would go.
Yeah.
Tell me on Usual Suspects. You just ask some questions.
Did you really eat the banana like that in K-Pax?
We talked about this a little bit the other day. Don't drink and swim. According to the CDC, almost a third of all drowning deaths in the U.S. involve people with a blood alcohol level of 0.10 or higher. That's the equivalent of just like 3 or 4 drinks, but you get out there and that tide and all the different stuff. And yeah, it's
Swimming at night.
very dangerous. Yeah, swimming at night as well.
See?
Plus you
CDC,
get
get out of
disoriented.
here. Yeah.
You get disoriented quick when you're underwater if you're moving around. You know.
But, 4th of July coming up, and a lot of people go to the beach, a lot of people drinking and stuff. Be careful whenever you're out there drinking and swimming. Don't drink and swim.
Man, we used to have such good 4th of July parties.
Yeah.
Stupid kids. Ruin everything.
Pittsburgh has not turned on its public drinking fountains. Why? It's summertime.
Pittsburgh has public drinking fountains.
Right.
Like water fountains?
Yeah, water fountain, like in parks and stuff, like everybody does.
Radium in the water.
But they haven't turned them on yet, so you can't get any water out of them. Radium in the water? No, that's not it.
Trying to run the bums out of downtown.
They're like, hey, we don't want them to have water. Get them dehydrated, pass them out.
People are
That's a long way to go.
people are licking them.
Licking them. Yeah,
Yeah.
they are probably,
People
but
are
that's not.
showering in them.
Showering.
Ooh.
Joe, you got a guess?
People are using them as a toilet.
No, there is only one worker that is trained to turn them on.
Larry,
And he's
really?
he's
His name, Macklin Celebrini.
he's busy filling all the pools right now, so he can't do it. So the city's been trying to hire a couple more plumbers to help out. So if you're a plumber, maybe take a trip to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I mean, don't you just get a big wrench and go,
Right?
Yeah.
They got unions up there, Michael. You can't touch it.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
It says off if I turn it to on. Should work, right?
Until you turn it on and just a water main explodes. They're like, oh, boy.
Yeah. So one guy, that's an important dude.
He's a hero.
He's the Conor McGregor of Pittsburgh water.
And he's like a
"Pay me
little-
more.
He's like a little old Italian guy, like Luigi from it. And like, we need the water in downtown. I'm so busy.
He's too busy smashing turtles with a hammer.
I'm missing my brother.
I have a hot or not for you.
Oh, boy.
I don't know what gets me more excited, new music or hot or not.
This is out of South Carolina. The Stratford High School principal was arrested on domestic violence charges. JMA Diaz, who is 40 years old, was booked and faces a second-degree domestic violence charge. A report states that the victim showed police video evidence of Diaz being the sole aggressor. There was an argument between Diaz and the victim, turning into a physical fight. Police say that the video shows that Diaz wrapped her legs around the victim, holding him down. So there was a female principal holding this guy down, getting him in a little jiu-jitsu hold. The video also shows Diaz pulling on the victim's collar and apparently choking him. Diaz was actually named Berkeley County School District Assistant Principal of the Year in 2020 and 2021. And then she was named high school principal at Stratford in 2021 of June. Her bond has been set for $10,000. So she is the high school principal. Her name is JMA Diaz. She is 40 years old. This is in South Carolina, and she's getting busy with some guy holding him down and choking him and putting her legs around him and everything else. So she got busted for domestic violence. Mike Calta, hot or not?
This is not something that you could usually do if you're not in good shape. Mm-hmm. You could forcibly hold somebody down, but I'm going to say she's hot.
You just say hot. Yeah. All right. Gio, what do you think?
JMA, she's hot.
JMA hot? All right. Spanish?
I'm going to say hot.
Hot?
Yeah.
You're going with hot? Carmen, we have 4 for 4?
We do not. There is no way a hot lady's taking down a man.
Carmen, I have no doubt in my mind that if you and I fought, you can get me in a scissor lock.
I don't think so.
I'd be willing to try while you're here tomorrow.
Right in this area here.
Mm-hmm.
If you get me.
Right around the neck.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this to get out.
All right. So Mike, Gio, and Spanish all say hot. Carmen puts a wrench in it. She says not hot. Pap, pap.
Ooh, side bet. Is this also going to work?
Pap, pap. Show JMA. Well, I thought you would go, So I do have another picture. That's the mugshot. And Joe, before you show the other, well, no, that's all right. Go ahead and show the other picture. That's the other picture. A lot hotter there.
Yeah.
A lot hotter there. So definitely
For the game.
But
Not
also,
for the game.
Yeah.
Also, Joe, would you do me a favor? Can you read the instructions that I wrote on the other picture?
Yeah. The instructions you wrote are: scroll down to the picture that says JMA Diaz, Stratford High. She is not the black lady. She is standing in front of a classroom. She is wearing a black shirt. She has a long, light brown hair that is parted in the middle.
Those are good directions.
The mugshot.
Those are good directions.
there you
Very
go.
well.
Good. You got communication.
Thank you very much. I love you.
It worked. It worked. So I would have to say yes, hot, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mugshot a little rough, but
Yeah,
she,
she's
by the way,
crying.
she's got a black eye too in the mugshot.
Yeah.
But
But I
we're
bet he looks worse.
we're gonna go hot for that one. So congratulations, Carmen. You blew it.
Yeah.
Too bad
All
for
right.
you.
Yeah.
You blew it.
There is a tourist site in China. They installed timers above the bathroom stalls so other people can see how long you've been in the
I don't
bathroom
like
stall.
Heck
I
yeah.
don't like
I don't
that.
like that either.
So they claim that it's a safety thing in case someone has a medical emergency.
No,
You're
get
like,
outta
hey,
here.
been in there for 42 minutes.
Get outta here.
They say they're not setting time limits, but somebody's going to come in and be like, 18 minutes, let's go.
Yeah.
They're all about public shaming over there.
I guess.
They really are. I was reading something where they put people's pictures up. If you commit crimes, they'll just put your photo up on a billboard, like if
Yeah.
you jaywalk.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
In France,
I don't live there though, so I don't know if that's true.
was it France? I think it was in France at the train station. We went from London. We went to, I think it was in France. You had to pay to use the toilet.
Oh, yeah.
You had to put a coin in to use the toilet. But I think I get confused. I think it was in Italy where no, it was Japan. When you go in there and you use the toilet, they have a button that you can push that has like ambient noise so that people can't hear you farting.
Yeah.
And then
I like that.
Right?
They got grunt
Yeah.
music.
They what?
Grunt music. That's what they call it.
Yeah. It was just like a noise, like maybe, and so you couldn't hear somebody.
Yeah.
As soon as you hear the noise, you know what's going on, though.
That's all right.
That don't matter.
Yeah, but I think it's a preventative thing. Like
Right.
you go in there and you turn it on so that you don't, if you get one that escapes, because see, I have to look at the clock. My wife won't hear this.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Don't tell us about your wife's bathroom
Stand
habits.
by. Hello.
Oh.
Oh, send them in, please. Thank you.
Oh, breakfast.
Bye.
Yeah, don't
You know what that means?
look in the bag, lady. Speaking of bag ladies, no.
I have never heard my wife fart. She has never farted in front of me. She never ever lifted a leg and did that.
Oh. By the way, girls that do that, stop it.
Yeah.
If you think your boyfriend or husband likes that,
No.
gross.
I had a girl that did it, and her fart smelled terrible.
Oh.
Yeah, like I heard the only time I ever heard anything come from my wife is when she was in the bathroom one time, and I was far on the other side of the bathroom. Her door was closed and all that, but I just heard that every once in a while one sneaks out and you hear.
Oh.
Like one of those. This is years and years ago. She doesn't do it anymore. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. It happened one time, and that's the closest I've ever come to hearing her fart. And to be honest with you, I'm not even sure if that's what it was. It was just so. Bobby Kelly has a great joke where he says that when a girl farts, it sounds like fireworks in a town over. And that's exactly what
You told us about a girl that farted, and I was like, oh, that's gross.
Yeah. I mean, I
What?
didn't think
Who
it
was
was
this?
gross.
You really didn't think it was gross?
Yeah.
Nah, I do.
Yeah, I mean, that's
The
fine.
sugar bags did that?
Sugar bags?
No.
Sugar bags? I don't even know what that is.
No, it was an old girlfriend of mine.
Oh, I think I know.
Not a fan.
If I had to take
No.
a guess.
Yeah, it's just because it's worse if it happened by accident, they get embarrassed about it. It's like kind of cute, you know.
Yeah.
But if they celebrate it, then it smells like sour milk.
Yeah.
you're like, oh, come on. You're
sour
like,
milk.
Did you have potato chips? What are you doing?
Yeah, because also, plus, you're like, guess what I'm never doing again. You know what I mean? I mean, you don't want to have you don't need to flaunt it.
Have you been eating vinegar today? Why?
Oh, come on.
A lot of protein. The Boston Celtics are 1 win away from capturing the 2024 NBA title. Yeah, Boston built its fourth quarter lead to 21 points before a frantic rally by the Dallas Mavericks turned Wednesday's Game 3 into a roller coaster. However, the Celtics withstood every late charge by the Mavericks, who lost superstar Luka Doncic in the final minutes after he fouled out on a controversial blocking call. And the Celtics took a 3-0 lead in the finals behind a 106-99 victory in Dallas. So get out the brooms. I think this is going to be it.
Did you bet on Game 6?
I did. I bet Celtics in 6, so 4-2 is what I had.
That's still a pretty good bet, though. A lot of teams,
Yeah.
it's hard to sweep somebody in the finals.
Yeah.
I
Celtics are
said
unbelievable.
Celtics sweep before it started. Now I'm like, damn it, I
Should have put some money on
that.
it. By the way, I was correct on Luka and Kyrie going off. So Kyrie Irving hasn't had the greatest series. He was, like 14 points, this, that, whatever. Last night, I think he had 35 or something. Yeah.
I saw Portnoy sitting right on the court. He had a shirt with Kyrie Irving's face and a clown nose on it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because Kyrie used to play for the Celtics and
Yeah.
he left under bad circumstances and stuff. So every time he touches the ball, boo. Yeah.
That's how it was the first time I went to go see the Magic when Shaq came back.
Yeah.
Every time Shaq had the ball, boo, the entire game. I was like, this is crazy. I'm going to get tired of this. Also, the most uncomfortable stadium I've ever sat in my life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is Ovechkin, who has played the entire time for the Senators, is that who he plays for?
I don't know.
But no matter what, whenever he touches the puck, they boo him. It's been 20 years. Everybody boos him everywhere because he's so good.
I think that's kind of cool. Like, I would take
that's them cheering for you.
Yeah.
Because they
You're so
know you're
good.
so good. Yeah. Sticking with basketball, NBA legend Jerry West died yesterday. He was 86 years old. In addition to his storied career, West is reportedly the guy that was the NBA logo. Although that they say that was never officially confirmed, but it totally is.
Everybody knows
Yeah,
that,
that
yeah.
was Jerry West. That's why they call him the logo. Yeah. 86, good life, popular, great basketball player.
Yeah. Was Kurt Rambis a logo of something?
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't know why I always associate Kurt Rambis and Jerry West together, like they had something else in common.
Well, Kurt Rambis played for the Lakers,
Yeah,
but I don't think they were at the same time.
No, not at the same time. I just feel like there's something associating them that I can't remember what it was. I don't know if Kurt Rambis was. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm surprised that they haven't upgraded that logo to a black dude.
Yeah.
I mean-
They had talked about Kobe when Kobe passed away. That talked about doing.
I remember seeing the mock-ups of it, what it would look like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like that Kobe would deserve that. He was one of the greatest players ever, and he had that weird death, so that would be cool. But or Jordan.
Yeah, but you said that about Jordan the other day, and I said they'd probably have to pay him a lot of money.
Yeah.
And also he already has Jumpman. So what logo are they using? They're not going to use Jumpman. Although Jumpman's on most of the uniforms, I think they have a deal with that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like it. Keep it. Why change it?
Why change now? Yeah.
It's going to be controversial. People are never going to be happy.
You just need to upgrade every once in a while, and also because I don't know, there hasn't been a good white player in the NBA in the last 50 years. All right,
I'm sorry.
I should have rephrased that. We went 50 years where there were just good black players in the NBA.
Yeah. Luka though. But
Yeah. Hey, Joe, do we have Bone TV?
Yes.
I'm getting reports of no Bone TV.
That's not what I'm
All
getting.
right, just checking.
nobody saw the hot or not.
Check your sources.
Carmen, can you
We'll
see
check
us?
it. Yeah, she can definitely.
I can see you guys, but
Right, it's a different thing.
it's a whole different thing. I might have to go to the Bone TV room.
Man, you gonna touch every sandwich?
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, I don't know how they're gonna get out of the bag if you don't. I'm just saying.
I mean, I don't know. There's just a lot of mixed signals.
I'm not hungry anymore.
Yeah, it looked like you were touching him though. Like you could.
yeah,
After
unwrap
you
it.
just reverse cowgirl.
Oh, didn't wash his hands.
But your girlfriend probably farted on them.
Yeah. Just hang
come on,
on.
stop.
Just,
You're making it worse.
Just hold on. Just wait. a
You
little bit.
can't
That's our
win.
bunch
You have no way to win.
almost said
There's
that.
no way to win. Don't bring them over here. I don't want to be
Yeah, I'm
responsible.
out.
Sticking with sports, the Florida Panthers have built a 2-0 series lead with their defense, but Connor McDavid is confident the Oilers can break through against them in the critical Game 3, which is happening tonight at 8 p.m. in Edmonton. And I heard there was flight delays and all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We were talking about it the other day. That's the furthest in between two teams that are playing in the NHL for the Stanley Cup, because you got Florida Panthers going up to Edmonton and playing up there.
That's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, so and flight delays and everything like that, which probably Oilers were like, hey, park the plane over there.
Seed the clouds.
Make them wait for a while.
Man, the Panthers, Bobrovsky, that guy's insane.
Gio,
He's
look,
insane.
Mandatory minicamp. Look at the bake.
Oh,
Baker's on the field. Everybody's out there.
Get baked.
Even
man.
Tristan Wirfs.
Tristan Wirfs is there. It's very exciting. Look at him. That's our quarterback.
QB1.
Headband, beard, sexy eyes.
Yeah.
looks a little bit like a pirate, like a buccaneer.
Yeah.
Right?
I like him. I like him a lot. I'm happy. I think I'm looking forward to football season. And you got the vice president, Aaron Rodgers, is back. He's playing.
He's holding out.
He's holding out, though.
Yeah, but he's back. He went to camp and now he's leaving, right?
Yeah. He's such a weirdo.
Look, take you and your stupid leg or whatever you had and go wrap it up already.
I saw one of the NBA coaches was talking about players that would come in, and if they were a superstar, they would be, whether they wanted to practice or not, they'd be like, oh, I'm tired. I'm not going to practice today, and sit out of practice. So he said he met with his strength and conditioning coach, because if they don't practice, they can go and do that in the gym. He goes, I want you to work them until they are dead. I want you to just beat their asses whenever they do that. He goes, so they come in, and he goes, oh, I'm tired. And he goes, well, you can go do the workout and stuff. And he goes, no, I'll practice.
Well, I'll watch it. I'll watch it on Netflix for sure.
September 2nd.
I'm excited about this, but the fact that he is not in the Nathan's contest is
It doesn't count.
unbelievable. Yeah, it does
It's not real.
But now,
Asterisk.
don't forget, you also got that Asian girl who seems like she'd be a hell of a good time at a party.
She
She's
lives
chucking
here.
down
Yeah.
those dogs with nothing, no problems at all.
my
By the way,
God.
if you do a eating logo, make sure it's not a silhouette.
That would look a little awkward.
That would be the best.
Listen, all I'm saying, this never happened when Trump was in office. Joey
right.
Chestnut was in
All right.
the 4th of July Nathan's hot
Yeah.
dog eating
That's
contest.
right.
USA.
USA. Joe,
Yes, Michael.
was Bone TV down?
It was.
Oh!
I will tell you this. I've never seen this before. There was a Drew Garabo replay going, and usually when we connect, it automatically switches over. So I've texted Mike Cernak. I think they're doing something with replays right now. That we don't
Are we on
know about.
YouTube?
Yes.
YouTube, I'm telling you right now, we should never be on Bone TV anymore. YouTube never has any problems.
Nope.
We're up live every day. You can chat in the YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah. That's it. Until we get our thing fixed, I'm going to continue to be in YouTube.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, subscribe, hit
some-
your notifications.
Until somebody
Like
yells
and
at me.
sub. Well,
I'm on YouTube solely so there is a reliable source for you to watch the show.
That can
I
be
don't care
found
about
easily.
making money off it. I don't care about ads. I don't care about it's there for you to see if you want to see it. If you don't. I don't care. The one thing I do enjoy about the YouTube is that the full show replays will live forever. So if you missed a show and you want to go back in the archive and watch it, there it is, right there.
Does the YouTube have the same tone thing, whatever?
I don't.
no.
No?
But I'm not. We're still on the other one. We're still on Bone TV when it works.
Right.
And the stupid app when it works.
Gio, you were saying about Trump. Trump would never let that happen with Joey Chestnut. This is politics now in 2024. YouTuber and WWE superstar Logan Paul interviewed Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And now he wants to sit down with President Biden, too. The Trump interview drops today. Here is
This is great.
Here is Paul and Trump doing a little bit of a face-off here where they go and kind of face off and then start laughing and kiss. No, they don't kiss.
I will tell you, Logan Paul is to wrestling what Jake Paul is to boxing.
I agree,
he
100%.
He
Great.
really became a good wrestler.
Yeah.
He's like, no, it's like when Gronk would jump out of the crowd and go in there and fight somebody, you just see, there's a football player at wrestling. This kid's a wrestler.
Yeah.
He's
At the
great.
Royal Rumble that was here in Tropicana Field, he was one of the best matches of the whole night.
Well, I saw him. First off, he was in fantastic shape and looks like a wrestler,
He does.
has that look and stuff, but then was also doing like backflip off the top rope and stuff. He's like, good Lord.
Yeah, good for him. That's great.
This stuff like this is a brilliant move by Trump's campaign to, put him on these
Yeah,
podcasts, because he did the Nelk Boys as well,
Yeah.
which is all young audience that
Right.
are 18 to 24.
Yeah.
My daughter keeps asking questions. She's like, so is Donald Trump president again? I go, no, the election's not till November. And she's like, well, who you voting for? I go, who would you vote for? She goes, I don't know, maybe Trump. And I go, but why? And she goes, I don't know. Like she doesn't know, but she's starting to like ask.
Living here.
Yeah, she just started to ask questions and know about the, want to know some information, and I don't know what to tell her because I don't know. But like, well, Trump, but isn't he convicted on? Yeah. Isn't it possible he can go to jail? Well, yeah. What about the other guy? Isn't he almost dead? Yes, he is. Yeah, didn't he freeze up at a Juneteenth concert the other day? Yes.
Is he laundering money through Ukraine?
Yeah.
What?
So now our sons can both vote in this upcoming election, which is kind of weird.
Oh, that idiot can't vote.
Yeah.
Yes, he can.
Oh my! I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, my son was telling me the other day. He's like, because I had Fox News on or something, and he was like, I guess I should start paying attention to this stuff because I can vote now.
I didn't even think. Oh, we're done.
Yeah, it's the first election they can be in.
Is he already registered to vote?
I think he is. Yeah, I'm not.
They do it through the school now.
Through the school, I think they do it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Andrew McCarthy's Brat Pack documentary hit Hulu today. Some of the biggest reveals in there is that Demi Moore had a sober coach on St. Elmo's Fire.
Yeah, she was in bad shape.
Yeah, well, she was playing herself, apparently. And did you know this? Andrew is wearing a wig in the final scene of Pretty in Pink.
No.
Yeah, because the ending had to be reshot to show him getting with Molly Ringwald, but he had already cut his hair for his next role.
Oh, that's funny.
So they had to put a wig on him. And they say Emilio Estevez refused to work with anyone from the Brat Pack ever again.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder what happened.
After Breakfast Club. He said, I'm done. I'm not working with anybody
Really?
else. Yeah.
I'm trying to
Why?
think on Young Guns. Did he do anything on Young Guns? Because there was a big ensemble cast there.
Yeah, but it was just Emilio Estevez. Kiefer Sutherland wasn't in there. None of those guys.
Young Guns 2, Christian Slater was in it.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
he
he
was
wasn't
part of
part of
Brat Pack. Brat Pack was Rob Lowe, Emilio Estevez, Molly Ringwald.
It's interesting because yes, I know those people, but they also throw in some you'll see like a Dermot Mulrooney or somebody who. No, but then they say Brat Pack because it's like if you had a movie between those years. Yeah,
We
I
know
we know who
who
the
the
Mount
Brat-
Rushmore of Brat Pack is.
Yeah.
I love Young Guns so much.
Young Guns is
St.
great.
Elmo's Fire.
Both of them
That's
are.
Brat Pack.
That's Brat Pack. Yeah.
St. Elmo's Fire.
But then
Judd Nelson.
yeah,
Ali
Ali
Sheedy.
Sheedy.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm just saying I was watching the advertisement for that, and they brought up some other actors and said Brat Pack, and I was like, no, how dare you?
Yeah, Wikipedia says Patrick Swayze's in the Brat Pack.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell Wikipedia they're wrong.
I will.
Well.
You're wrong.
Thank you.
Sad.
Speaking of actors, following his conviction for assaulting his girlfriend, Jonathan Majors will receive a Perseverance Award for continuing to, quote, aspire and inspire despite adversity.
It's insane.
What?
Yeah. You know, the guy who assaulted his girlfriend, he's getting an award.
One is losing everything. The other one's getting an award.
I am so confused.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
We live in the upside down.
Yeah.
Does anybody play Fortnite? I know it's kind of a kid's thing.
I did, but I don't
have,
anymore.
yeah. I haven't
tried.
played in a long time.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
Destroyed.
jump back on because Metallica are taking over Fortnite for themed gameplay across all modes as a special in-game concert event. The Thrash Legends will become the first band to take center stage across all Fortnite experiences. It's beginning on today, June 13th. Each game mode, Fortnite Festival, Battle Royale, Lego Fortnite, Rocket Racing, all the different stuff will feature Metallica-themed gameplay throughout the month.
I know they've done concerts before in there because your son was telling me about one.
But they're going to do all of them.
That's pretty cool.
So
yeah.
they're taking over the whole thing.
There was a Travis Scott one
Yeah, I
that my
think that's what
kids
it
were
was.
like flipping. We got to get home to be on Fortnite for the
Yeah.
Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Look at Gay Tom Segura.
Yeah.
Finally, in news, starting next month, new cars in Europe will be required to come with the tech that alerts you if you're speeding. Yeah, it's called a speedometer.
Yeah.
You'll be able to turn the feature off, though. Some people wanted to add it to new cars over here in the USA.
Get out of here.
So an insurance company did a poll on it, and surprisingly, it's a popular idea. Almost 60% of Americans think it would be okay if a feature like that came on at the beginning of every trip to make the road safer and help you avoid a ticket. It jumps up to 70% if it would mean your car insurance would cost less if you had this device on there.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, but
I'll take a little
happen.
chime if I can go down on my car insurance is so expensive.
Yeah, but
yeah.
it's like this is one of those things where they tell you it's going to help you, and then they now
don't
have you
care.
on record speeding more than normal, and they raise your insurance.
And then they
Let
just
them
take the money out of your
Yeah.
account.
Yeah, just wait until you automatically get the ticket
Yeah.
just because it registered your car as speeding.
You know what
Your
I mean?
communist buzzer over there.
That's what I'm saying.
Here's another idea. What if, as you sped up, your gas pedal got harder and harder to push down?
Jesus Christ.
51% of people think that would be okay. The least popular option was adding a limiter to prevent your engine from letting you speed at all. So putting a governor on your car. So
Like
you
a
can,
U-Haul.
Yeah, so you can only go 65 or whatever, 70. But still, 48% of Americans think that that's a decent idea as well.
All I'm hearing you say is, as Americans, we now have started to really hate freedom.
Yeah.
We really don't want to have freedom. We love being told what to do now.
Listen, you go, oh, well, why do you need to be able to go that much? If the speed limit, the highest speed limit is 70, why do you need to be able to go 100 or whatever? Because you do. If you're passing, if
Yeah.
you're doing something, if there's a situation, you need that extra power for
If
sure.
I'm trying to
Right.
escape from somebody,
Yeah.
like, get out of here.
the
Like the
cops
o-
are on my ass.
Yeah.
Like the only argument I can see is like, oh, well, I get too many speeding tickets. Okay, well then you
Yeah.
use your cruise control.
Yeah.
And I am going to keep speeding.
Yeah, but there are also
You
a
know what I
lot
mean?
of idiots on the road driving.
Yeah, but that's always
Yeah.
going to be the case.
Yeah.
You think
There are-
having governors is going to help with that?
And also, I would say the majority of accidents and problems are at lower speeds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like people that are doing 80 and that's why they're getting in accidents. They're getting in accidents because they're looking at the sun or their
Yeah.
phone or they're,
I was gonna say, I would think this would actually increase the amount of drunk drivers because people will feel safer.
Yeah.
Because they're
Yeah.
like, my car will do it for me, so I can get away with drinking a little bit. You know what I mean? I think this would increase drunk drivers.
If they change anything, it should be people on their phone when you're in the car.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even understand how we let Congress and everybody pass a law that says that by 2026 every car has a kill switch in it. After that, that blows my mind that we allowed that as Americans to pass.
Yeah, but you
Did
think
we
about
allow it or did they just sneak it in?
They do just sneak it in.
They
but,
did sneak it in.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like we were like, we voted on it. It's,
Yeah.
They put it at the bottom of another
bill, yeah.
And now we're like, oh, well, that's going to happen.
How do you activate that?
What do you mean?
How do you
Like-
activate the
like
kill
on their
switch?
end?
Yeah.
They literally just have to have your car is hooked up to Wi-Fi now all the time. They just hit the button. They literally, like OnStar. It's basically OnStar, but now they can just turn your car off.
That's
Like,
rough,
all the
man.
police have to do
Off-star.
is call
Yeah.
in your license
VIN
plate.
number, yeah.
Or,
Oh,
yeah.
just shut it down.
Yeah,
and
man.
then and then they can Google it, and then boop, they
Yeah.
got the key, turn it off.
Yeah.
That's gonna suck.
Isn't this how Mad Max started?
Yeah.
In the gasoline cars and
Yeah.
everything, all right? Is that? We'll see. There you go. That is it for news.
All right, Galvin, thank you. We
Got
got to
it.
take a quick break. When we come back, we go right into a brand new open letter. We'll talk to Cody Tucker. Steve O is going to join us in the 9 o'clock hour to talk about his tattoo on his face, penis that Post Malone's putting on there. Not if I can help it. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
This, not really a sport, but a competition. Joey Chestnut and Kobayashi, the top dogs of the competitive eating world, are ready to eat in the same arena for the first time since 2009.
Question.
Yes.
What was the story yesterday that I couldn't care less about, but all of a sudden now I have to know about it?
So Joey
About
Chestnut was disqualified from a different one, right?
Well, so
From the Nathan's one,
hang on,
wasn't
we'll
it?
go to our eater, Gio.
yes, I'm a big Joey Chestnut fan.
Yes.
I was devastated to hear the news that he will not compete in the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
But they told him he can't, right? He was in trouble for something?
Well, what happened was he signed an endorsement deal with vegan hot dogs.
Right.
Oh.
And I guess part of Major League Eating and Nathan's is you're not allowed to endorse other products. So they banned him from the Nathan's competition,
Yeah.
which is insane. That's ridiculous. The only reason people watch is for Joey Chestnut.
Right,
But he knows
also,
the rules.
If them's
Yeah.
the rules, them's the rules.
Yeah.
He says he was not under contract with Major League Eating.
Oh.
Yeah. So I guess
Interesting.
it's what side you believe, but
Yeah.
the fact that he signed a deal with this vegan hot dog company to promote them, and you know,
Gotcha.
they kicked him out. So now,
So the two eating icons who have won a combined 22 mustard belts at the Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest will face off in an all-beef hot dog battle against each other on September 2nd, an event that'll be streamed by Netflix.
Yeah,
huge.
The location for the event has not been determined yet.
that's such a brilliant move.
Yeah.
Netflix is so smart.
So
Yeah.
Kobayashi was, the big rivalry
Yeah.
for
Sure,
years
yeah.
and years. The reason he has not been in the Nathan's contest for all these years was same thing. They would not let him endorse any other deals.
Right.
So it was like it's either here or nowhere. So he's like, well, screw you. I'll go try and make money elsewhere because you won't let me sign any other endorsement deals except with you.
Yeah.
That's why he hasn't been in it for years. And Joey Chestnut has been like, uncontested, the champion.
I have to call foul on something. You've seen Kobayashi before.
Yes.
1 year, and I'll tell you that year was 2000. No, it was the year you came.
Yeah.
What year was
2007. I
that? 7, yeah, because Joey was born already. 2007, the Rays had a fan fest or some sort of thing that we had to go to.
Oh, back when we knew him.
Back when we were friends.
Yeah.
And Kobayashi was there. And Galvin and I took a picture with him. He didn't speak English. He sat there. People took pictures with him. I'm convinced that was a fake Kobayashi. It looks nothing like
Just some Japanese
nothing
dude with
like
blonde
that.
hair.
It looks nothing like Kobayashi does. And I know he changes his look up, but I'm 100% convinced. I'm going to find that picture, Galvin.
Yeah.
I'm 100% convinced that was fake Kobayashi.
Now, when you took the picture, did somebody say this is Kobayashi?
You don't know. It was
Yeah,
like
he
a
was
big
set up
attraction.
like he was
You guys should just find some guy.
no.
Yeah.
He was the big get. Like,
Okay.
come meet Kobayashi,
Right,
the
yeah.
eating
Okay.
champion, and all.
And we
you know.
sat next to him and we did this like stuffed belly photos.
Yeah.
And he did it with us, but he didn't speak any English. And then the next year he showed up at the Nathan's thing with blonde hair, and I looked at him and I go, that's not the guy we met. And Galvin's like, I think it's because his hair is blonde. I go, oh, okay, whatever. Then I looked at more pictures. I'm like, I don't think so. I think that we got a fake Kobayashi.
Yeah. Counterfeit Kobayashi.
Yeah.
We've been scammed.
This is the match everybody's wanted to see for years.
Yeah.
This is-
Everybody?
yeah, everybody. This is going to be huge.
Joey Chestnut grosses me out.
Yeah.
Everything about him
Those
grosses me
weird
out.
teeth and
Yeah, he's like the one guy in your neighborhood that is always loud, and he's the one who gets drunk first at the barbecue. Like, he reminds me of that guy.
I love it. I love watching.
Well, I love watching. I just don't like Joey Chestnut. He's
Yeah.
not my guy.
No, he's
I used
my
to like
guy.
the Toad.
Listen, there's Brady, Jordan, Chestnut, all the greats. All the greats.
Do you know that? Well, you're right, because if they were going to make a logo like they did with Jerry West, they'd have to use Joey Chestnut.
100%.
Yeah.
We had a guy on the show that went by Toad, and he's a competitive eater. He's every year I see him at the 4th of July.
Stoney, yeah.
Yeah.
And I wanted to endorse. I wanted to buy advertising on his shirt, and I went through and the whole thing, and then they said no. They
Really?
said,
Oh,
yeah.
probably because of that.
Well, he didn't say no. The food,
The Major League
organization
Eating,
did, yeah. Because some of them have like things on their shirts and patches and stuff,
Right.
and I wanted to get on Stoney's shirt.
It seems like the Major League Eating, they won't pay the people, so they're trying to go out and make other money, and they won't. That's why they're.
I don't know what so if
What's the benefit of that?
Yeah, they should all just union or organize and
Yeah.
become a food eating union.
Well, the only people that are probably getting endorsements there are draw are the ones like the Joey Chestnuts, the big names.
Yeah, but so if I'm a small business and I want to be involved in this somehow, like if I'm Heinz or if I'm
Yeah.
not that they're a small business, but if I'm a small business and I want to like Bill's Hot Sauce and I want to, well then I'm going to go for one of the lower tier guys that I could afford.
Yeah.
Get him and then make such a big deal about it how he becomes the underdog. You know.
I
Like
guess-
what's Nathan's problem with everybody else? You know what I mean?
Well, they're the official hot dog of Major League
Right,
Eating.
and they don't want
so-
the vegan hot dog
They-
mix in there.
Right, so I understand not being able to be endorsed by like another hot dog or a vegan brand, but sauce or another food, chicken.
Handsome radio guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what's the problem with
You
just being
may-
endorsed by anybody?
You may have to pay them as well.
Right.
So not only paying the person that's going to endorse you, but to pay the eating company, the contest.
That was
whatever.
the thing with Stoney is that also they said it wasn't enough money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, it's like $1,200. I'm ready to pay for it.
Well, I think the Major League Eating was going to pay Chestnut like $2 million or something over like 3 years
Yeah.
to be just exclusive. And I think he could make more money with the vegan dogs or whatever other endorsements and
Vegan
stuff.
dogs.
So dumb.
This is it's American tragedy.
There it is, the Wawa drive-thru
Yeah.
in Largo opens today.
Oh, it opens today. Wow. Yeah, we had talked about it that it was coming through there. That'll be interesting.
What? Yeah, but I got to go to Largo now.
By
you
the
been to
way,
Fazoli's?
I was going to say, how is Fazoli's?
I have not been to Fazoli's yet.
Are you my God,
serious?
you've waited all these years.
I know. I drive. I've just been too much going on.
Wow.
But I think I'll go today.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, don't blame us.
Yeah, I feel peer pressured.
Yeah, if you guys are gonna force me, I mean, I guess I'll go.
What is today? Thursday?
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
No, we're off today.
No, we're not. We were supposed to be off today, and we're not. So now I don't know what do I have going on today. Today's the first day of Pride Month, on the 13th.
Oh.
Is it?
No, I thought it was just June.
I thought it was yeah.
Oh, no. All right, hold on.
You'd be a terrible gay.
I know.
It's also men's mental health month.
Oh,
That's good for sad weirdos, huh?
Yeah.
you guys talk about that or no?
Nah,
They do.
not really.
Of course they
No,
do.
we haven't. We haven't brought it up. I mean, it's always men's mental health month on that show.
What do you got? Big plans for you try and break the crying record this weekend?
yeah.
Going into Father's Day.
Yeah. I don't know. We haven't talked about what we're going to talk about yet.
Fathers feel really underappreciated.
Some of them do. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've cried on the show?
I teared up. Yeah.
Oh my!
Yeah, I told you guys.
What?
I told you there was that woman Melinda that called in and was just like said all the things like I said. I wish my
nice
mother would
things,
say
yeah.
about me. Yeah.
Oh, brother.
She was very loving. Yeah.
So now the listeners are helping you.
One was yeah.
They turn the tables.
Hey man, sometimes tables get turned.
Listen to me. I'm going to be very honest with you.
All right.
I cry, not
Yeah.
often, but I've cried.
Mhm.
I love my children.
Mhm.
I have a great relationship with my family. Like, I'm pretty honest about everything. I just don't have that bone that you have. Or it's probably not a bone. It's probably an organ or something. I don't know.
A heart?
Yeah.
You're talking about the heart.
My wife had to remind me the other day that it was the 1-year anniversary of my mother's death. Do I miss my mom? Of course I do. But did I remember that it was the day? I don't. I just don't have that kind of thing.
Well, that's
like,
two different things, though.
Crying people on the radio on Saturdays, I want to go in there and smack all of you in the face.
Why?
And I don't really
Give you a
mean
reason
that.
to cry.
Yeah. Yeah.
That took me a second.
Yeah.
That took
Give
me
you
a
a good
second.
reason.
Does,
Yeah.
it, does it get awkward when you and Shar are crying? Do you guys lock eyes? Do you see the tears?
We kiss. Well, I mean, what we no, we don't. He hasn't cried.
Do
no.
you ever wipe your tears with his ponytail?
Of course.
Well, I heard last week that he said, like, Shark said that he came in and he wasn't really, like, ready to do the show, and he thanked Spanish for carrying the show and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How come I
It's
ever
true.
can't ever
3
thank
shows
you for-
in, he's not even ready? Come on. Get it together, ponytail.
By my calculations, this is show number 5.
Oh.
Yeah. This will be show number 5. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so 3 shows in.
Yeah,
He wasn't ready.
I took the
Four.
under.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're over the.
We survived.
So just
over the
proving
4.
Mike doesn't really run the radio station.
Yeah.
True.
Has no pull.
No
I
pull.
can't keep
Dom,
my
get your office.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Oh, wouldn't it be great if Shark asked my office now?
Oh God.
Yeah, I mean, I used to have an office. I gave you my office for Bone TV. Can I have screen tray? I mean, no.
No, we would never ask for that.
No. Well, we.
No.
your
Well, I
team,
mean, I would if he
you better
ever
remember what team you're on,
if
son.
he ever asked to do that, I meant we as in he would ask and I would say, please don't do that.
Yeah. That's
Please
smart.
don't ask for the office. Yeah.
Do you need me on Saturday, like for
you
Father's
would like
Day
to, yeah.
guest? No,
Of course.
I'm telling you, I'm the last person you want on that show.
I don't think so. I think you'd be the perfect guy to have on that show.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I would just tell you guys to shut up.
That's why it would be perfect. You have a perfect dichotomy of what it looks like for a man to be sensitive and in tune with his emotions, and for another man to bully his way
you-
through his emotions.
Do you think I'm not in tune with my emotions?
I don't know. I don't know you. I've never seen you be emotional, so I don't know.
Am I in tune with my emotions?
Only anger that I've seen.
Anger
But
is an emotion.
there is a spectrum of emotions that
Yeah.
you could be in tune with. So I don't know. Like I said, I've never
And the
seen
spin-offs of anger, like rage.
the most emotional that I've seen you, and it was actually I've told Joe about this. It was actually a very nice moment.
talk about me.
When I first came back after everything. You asked me out, and when you were leaving, you asked me if I was okay, and you gave me a hug, and that was very nice.
You gave me a hug. But, you gave me a hug.
Whatever.
You
we
gave
hugged.
me a hug.
And to me, do I care if you're okay? 100%. Okay. Was I worried about you the day you were missing? 100%. Do I want to hug you and talk about it? 0%.
Listen, I asked him if he was okay.
No.
to
You
check
did
on
it.
it.
Yeah. He hugged you. I
he
get
hugged
it.
me.
He leaned in.
But listen to me. You hug me, I'm going to mush your face away. like I don't like you, but I do like you.
I will
like,
be honest with you. At that point, I felt like I had to hug him because I didn't, fragile state, that kind of thing.
Then,
I get it.
Then you are in tune with your emotions.
Sure.
Yeah.
But if I saw you, I don't, and we're alone, I'm not going to go, hey, how you doing?
Well, that hurts my feelings that you wouldn't ask because I consider you to be a very good friend.
I care about how you're doing.
Yeah.
I don't want to know. I don't want to hear. Like, what if you looked at me and you went, I got to tell you, I'm having I would have been like, oh, Jesus.
Nah,
Christ,
I
get it together.
I wouldn't cry. I know better than to cry in front of you.
Also, I'd like to point out what I said to you was not, how are you doing? I said, are you okay or are you still gay? That's what I
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Are you sure it wasn't what are you doing?
Yeah, a little, maybe. I mean, it was a little bit of that, Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. It was, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, it's interesting. We're just different. We're different people.
I feel like you hug Shark at every show.
Yeah, we do hug.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's how
before
they
and
started
after.
out.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no, nothing wrong with that.
A little bit.
No, I mean, to you, are you sure? If that's, I mean,
little
that's just
finurch.
your opinion, man.
Like, did you see the 6-second kiss thing? I think we've talked about it before. We've had it in the news. They say they get the full effect of a kiss of your
Oh, yeah,
spouse.
yeah.
You got to last for 6 seconds
Get
because
the
it releases
dopamine.
hormones.
Oxytocin.
Right. That's exactly what they said. And my wife kissed me goodnight last night. I was like, that was like a second and a half. And then she kissed me again. I go, that was 3. I counted Mississippi's. So then she kissed me, and I timed it with the timer on the thing. That's too much. 6 seconds is too long.
That's a long
It's
amount.
like we both got places to be.
What if you do like 6 kisses in a row?
Like,
No, you have to, it
No,
has to be
you gotta hold
contact.
it.
Yeah.
yeah, you gotta
That's
hold it.
when your brain releases the chemicals.
Okay.
That's why a hug is 20 seconds. Just
20
Oh,
seconds.
So you
Oh,
hug
that's a
Shark
lot.
for 20 seconds?
I've never timed it, but maybe. But I've never timed it.
Anything over 19 seconds is gay.
What?
If the guy's got a ponytail, it's
All right.
17 seconds.
Oh, it drops down?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't. No offense. I don't want to hug anybody in this room.
Yeah, none taken. None taken, man.
No.
That's how you feel. That's
The
how you
only
feel.
time I want to hold Spanish or Joe in my arms is if I'm saving them from a fire.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why. And also, I do like both of you a lot.
Yeah.
I'm in touch with my emotions.
Question. Oddest couple out of our show to hug.
Me and you.
Me and you. Me and Gio. You and Gio.
I think me and you is weird. I think anything with you is weird. Anything emotionally with you is weird. I don't even know, Galvin, if you and I have ever done the bro hug, like the
'Cause-
arm in between.
Because I'm taller than you and you feel like the little spoon.
I might just melt in your arms if that's the case.
See?
Clearly, there's an alpha and a beta in that situation.
I have no problem being the beta.
Michael, I know you were in touch with your emotions. You told me yesterday you loved me in the car.
I did.
Mhm.
I
See?
did.
There you go.
It's true.
Mhm.
I do.
I can't imagine hugging Galvin.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Weird.
It's not so weird.
And I like Galvin.
Yeah. But I also wouldn't like if something happened and you were sad and you like tried to hug me, I'd be like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Oh,
You gave me a hug.
Can you imagine if you were sad?
Whoa.
If I was like, "What's up, Galvin?" You're like, "I just need this," and gave me a hug. I was like, "All right."
Arms wide open.
And then I tried to back out a little, and you got tighter. Oh,
Don't worry. Never going to happen.
I would rather walk barefoot in a lake.
Yeah.
a fire.
Yeah, no, I'd rather touch the bottom of a lake. It would be less gross. No,
Galvin,
I mean, you're gross. You know what I mean.
you gave me a hug one time, and it was very heartfelt.
Did I give you a hug or did you hug me?
No. you
Galvin
gave me
gives
a hug.
hugs. You
Yeah,
just
Galvin's
say that
No.
we give you hugs.
It was like right during my last divorce. And you came up and you said, "Hey, is everything all right?" And I'm like, "No,
You're always
it is
asking.
not."
Wow.
You're always asking if everybody's okay.
Because he's in touch
Check
with
on
his
people.
emotions.
Check
Yeah.
on people.
Yeah.
He can
I'm in
tell.
touch with my
Galvin
emotions.
cares.
My
Yeah.
emotions tell me I don't care about if you're okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like that's being closed off. That's what that is. Yeah.
I think no.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
And
right now.
I'm in my personal opinion, I don't think it's anybody at your age's fault or that it's a personal choice. I think that the conditioning and how you guys were raised, for sure.
I was raised by very loving parents.
No,
too.
I don't mean. I don't mean.
very open with emotions too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't mean by your parents. I mean when you
Society.
are. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
society,
yeah. Yeah,
That is why
Queer,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
I said on this show one time years ago, I was with Bert. And Bert was in the improv ticket booth room talking to his dad on the phone, and he was typical Bert. And as they were hanging up, he was like, "All right, I love you. All right, love you. All right, love you. Love you. Bye." And I hung up the phone. I go, "Jesus." And he goes, "What?" I go, you just said I love you to your dad more times than I have in my whole life. And he was like, wow. And I go, no, it's not a sad thing. It's not. I love my dad. He loves me. I never felt different, blah, blah. So I said this on the air, and now my dad is constantly he's bugging me with I love yous.
Well, I'm sorry that it bugs you.
No, it's like I know he's every time he says it's because I said it that one day on the air. Yeah.
Well, you got to remember the reason I say it because when I was young, I lost a buddy of mine and I never got to say it to him. So that's why.
I never said it to any of my buddies.
Well, you didn't lose one of your friends when you were 15 years old.
No.
Yeah. So that would probably change that.
I wish I had a father that said I love you.
Yeah.
Pete sent me a long ass text one time after his dad died about how he's a good friend and this, that, and the other thing, and he loves me and always, and I just wrote back queer.
Oh man.
That's good though.
Is in touch with his emotions.
By the way, that's also showing the proper emotion because he lifted it. Yeah, he lifted his spirits. He knew that Pete knew, writing that whole thing that he was going to get that back probably, and it made him laugh.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
that's good emotions. Good emotion. Laughing. I make a lot of people laugh.
That is
make
good.
a lot of people laugh.
Yeah.
that sad weirdo show is really intercepting the show.
Yeah,
a
what
lot,
is going
man.
on?
Yeah.
I didn't bring it up.
Yeah. I feel like we're having a big
just like you pointing out his chains and beads and everything.
You're invading my next thing you know, we're gonna have a drum circle going on in here.
I would love that. I would love that. I love a good drum circle.
As a drummer, I shut down drum circles.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a day and 19 minutes late. Time to check in with Galvin. He has a brand new open letter.
And now, an open letter from Galvin.
This is an open letter to businesses that ask you to round up for charity. Dear businesses that ask you to round up for charity. Seriously? So we've all been to the grocery store or Taco Bell, and they'll say, that's going to be $12.23. Would you like to round up to $13 for the children? I like to say, no, I have a child at home. Would you like to round my total down to $10 to help me out? Now, that may sound like a dumb dad joke, but here's the thing. What's the difference? If I round up, I don't know where that money is going or what kids it's helping. For all I know, that money is going to be used to help Alyssa Milano's kids play baseball. On the other hand, if they were to round down what I'm paying for my bill, I know that kid is going to get my money. That's my kid. It'll help him have food and water, to shower, have a nice place to live. In other words, F your strange kids. I know that there's rumors that they get big tax breaks by using your donations, and I'm not sure if that's true. But either way, they're taking credit for your money. Oh, look at Taco Bell. They're putting kids through college. Aren't they great? No. You know who's great? Carmen is. Carmen has ordered so much food at Taco Bell, she's put more kids through college than the Bright Futures. If you really cared about the kids or the veterans or the trans pandas with AIDS, they could use some of their own money from their profits. But you almost never hear of them doing that. Also, stop making people look bad. Asking some 20-year-old kid in front of his new girl that he's dating if he wants to round up to help kids or if he's just a terrible person. Not cool. Why don't you just point at the kid and say, I saw him kick a puppy and then punch an old lady on his way into the store. Good job. Now that kid is never going to get laid, and it's all because he didn't want to give you his last 73 cents that he has left in the world. I'm Galvin from the Mike Calta Show, and this has been an open letter to businesses that want you to round up for charity.
They shouldn't be allowed to tell you that or ask you that. They shouldn't be able to put you on the spot. Yeah. Sometimes you'll go to a place and they'll go, okay, they're going to slide your card here. It's going to ask you a few questions, and then and they don't put you on the pressure. They can't see it. You can say yes, you can say no, whatever. I have no problem saying no.
I say no all the time. Yeah. Have you ever seen that video where they have the guy at the pet store and he's buying dog food, whatever, and then it has it's going to ask you a few questions. Yeah. Do you want to help this puppy? No. So you want this puppy to die? No. You just killed the puppy. And he's like, what? What did I do? I just didn't want to give money.
Yeah, I know. And I went someplace the other day and they were like, it was like 2 cents. And they go, do you want to round up the help? And I went, nope. I don't want you to do it. I'm not giving you my write-off. That's right.
And also, I have my card set up to round up.
Right, yeah.
Like that's what,
and it goes into your savings.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Are you using Acorns, Carmen?
I do. I have that as well. But I go, I have Bank of America, I have Acorns, I have a bunch of
I'm just saying, like, I've been doing my Acorns for maybe like 5 years, and it's ridiculous how much money that saves.
See, that's where I take my
accumulates.
money out of.
What do you mean?
Like if I need a little spare change,
you dive into the
that's where I go get it from my acorns because it's like a don't see, don't touch type of thing.
Yeah.
So if I'm like, oh, I'm going on the cruise and I want to, gamble,
Gotcha.
yeah, that's where I take my money from.
Well, I'm leaving mine there until I'm 70 years old.
Yeah, by the way, charity, totally fine if it's your choice and it's what you want to do. Don't pressure people and don't, pretend like you're taking credit for it.
And don't
because
give them
you're
the
making the
write-off.
customers. Yeah.
Don't
That's
give
the
them the
thing.
write-off. If you're doing it, you donate it right to the charity and you take the write-off.
Yeah. I say
Scam.
no. I say no all the time.
Yeah.
Proudly. No.
No, thank you.
I always go, do you want to go to donate to charity? I go, do you? Do you?
I did-
I like the reverse.
I always say not today, as if other days I do
Yeah.
it on the regular.
I'd say I already did.
You got to do that. Let's see. Today's Thursday. No, not today.
Not today.
You know what
No,
I do
sorry, dude.
every once in a while, and I haven't seen it in a while, is Publix will have bags packed of food already, and they're like, would you like to purchase one of these bags? And then they give those bags to like people who need food and stuff. That I've done. That's
But do they?
Yeah, what if they just
have
put it
you
back on the
seen them?
shelf?
Yeah. Have you seen them give that food away?
what? I never even considered that.
I would much rather just get a bag of food and take it to somebody.
Yeah.
And do
Right.
that. And listen, Publix is great. I love Publix, but yeah, I don't know. I just
Next thing they're gonna
maybe I
want.
don't trust people.
Yeah.
Like those
You bring
same
them the
4 bags
food.
have been sitting there for like 6
Yeah.
months.
Yeah.
You bring them the food, they're going to want to hug you like Spanish.
Yeah.
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 I don't need
I
that.
just don't. I don't even slow down. I just throw it out the window.
Not even. I got to tell you, last year after our Thanksgiving show, we had all that food left over.
Yeah.
Chad and I went and we bought styrofoam containers.
I remember.
We boxed it all up and we drove around our neighborhood and gave it away to homeless people. They were so happy.
Oh, that's nice.
So grateful. And then, of course, like none of the food went to waste, but everyone was like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We almost thought about doing it for Christmas. And then we drove around and we couldn't find anybody.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Yeah, but again, like that food, but everyone was so thankful, and most people, we gave them water and stuff like that.
You didn't post it on social media and virtue
Right.
signal?
Yeah.
We did not. We
Okay.
just, it was just literally went into
She
Walmart.
just told it about it on the #1 rated show.
Yeah, but this is an appropriate
Yeah.
time. I'll give
Yeah.
you this one, Carmen.
It wasn't like right after we did it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and again, we, because we had some food from China, so we did save like the lamb chops for ourselves. But we
Just
took,
giving the homeless people no lamb chop.
but we took the turkey and the stuffing to the homeless people.
Here's 10 pounds of macaroni and cheese and you left over.
It'd be great if you handed it to the homeless guy and he goes, "Is this a reverse tiramisu? Oh my god, this is fantastic!"
The lambs for us. Dirty Steve can have the biscuits.
Joe.
Yes, Michael.
Oh, no.
Oh boy.
Oh,
No. This is related to your other job.
Okay.
Did the garbage go out this morning?
The garbage has not gone out yet, Michael. I'm consolidating. But we have time.
No, they already came.
No.
Already came?
Yes, and my wife. Oh, it's got lobster in there.
No,
26.
That's not true. They have not come yet.
Yes, they have. My wife just texted me and said the garbage truck is here and the cans aren't out.
Oh.
Wow.
And there's lobster in there?
Yes.
Oh, it's going to stink.
Oh, Dirty Steve's eating good tonight.
When's the next day they come?
Monday.
There's only one can.
Lobster.
I'll move
Is
it
it
far away. I'll move it far
No.
away. Don't
Lobster
worry
can.
about
You
it.
got to
No,
take that
just
can
leave
to the
it.
island. Take it with you when you leave.
I'm taking
Okay.
garbage duty away from you.
Oh, no.
I'm not
Yeah.
coming over
I'll-
tomorrow.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry.
Put it in
Walking
Spanish
through a
failed
bed
you.
of flies?
There's no-
I just, as my wife responded, she wrote to me, the garbage truck is on our block and our cans are not out. I go, our cans have been out since 6 o'clock this morning.
no.
Joe went out there to do the, and I said it with such conviction, like I knew. God damn it, Joe.
Yeah. No.
Now you got to put it in
instead.
Spanish's trunk. Take it with you.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Well, we'll just tie a rope to it and pull
Drag it
there.
home.
Yeah, drag it home.
What?
All right, let's take a break. When we come back from break, we'll check in with Cody Tucker. Cody Tucker's on Instagram. He is on YouTube. He's got a show, and he is very interesting. He's just got facts. I was watching something yesterday about, he's like, this is Harrison Ford. This is his nephew, Billy Ford. I don't know, like you just, and it's all these people you had no idea were related. It's pretty interesting stuff. We'll check in and find out what he's got next on 102.5 The Bone. I found this gentleman named Cody Tucker on Instagram, and I love what he does. He's got a show that he does where I haven't seen the show, but I only saw the clips that he did on YouTube, and I was already blown away, where he just talks about interesting stories, and he does it in a manner that is a great delivery, and you walk away going, holy crap, how did I live this long without knowing any of that stuff? Let's welcome back to the show, Cody Tucker. How are you, buddy?
Hey, man, I'm good. How are you?
I still can't get past some of the people that you have that are related to each other.
Oh, yeah, there's some crazy ones.
Yeah,
for sure.
It is. And then now a lot of stuff about the CIA and the Grateful Dead, and there's some crazy things happening. What do we got this week?
All right, so got a pretty interesting story going back to the early to mid 60s. So in the mid 60s, there's a teenage fella named James Johnson. James Johnson is enrolled in the Naval Reserves. One day gets called up for active duty. He does not want to go, so he flees to Canada. His first day in Toronto, Canada, this group of guys try to jump him. Welcome to Canada. A person steps in to stop the fight and help the young man. The man that saved him was a guy named Levon Helm, who would go on to join the band. Levon Helm, after finding out that James Johnson was also a musician, introduces him to a local band called the Minor Birds, and James Johnson ends up becoming their new singer. They then bring in an up-and-coming guitarist named Neil Young and sign a record deal with Motown. Only problem is that Motown is based out of Detroit, and James Johnson is still AWOL. So when they go to the U.S., he is immediately arrested. That is the end of the Minor Birds. Neil Young goes on to join Buffalo Springfield, and some of the other members go on to create the band Steppenwolf. As for James Johnson, he eventually gets released and makes a career for himself under his new stage name, Rick James.
No way.
Yeah,
I have never heard that before. I did know that Neil Young did have some sort of contract with Motown, but I couldn't figure out why he was in it. So he was in a band with Rick James.
Yes. So he ended up he was the replacement guitarist for a guitarist who was already in the band, and being based out of Canada, Neil Young had already kind of gotten a little attention, so they brought him in to be the guitarist. So he, at one point, was in a band with Rick James.
That is insane. That is absolutely insane. And Levon Helm?
So Levon Helm introduced him to that band. So Levon Helm saved him from, getting jumped by some rowdy Canadians and introduced him to the fellas in the Minor Birds. So that's kind of the end of Levon Helm.
Rick James Rick James is a draft dodger. I did not know that either.
Yes.
Oh, that's
yes, he was.
Cody, what do you do primarily to get all your information? Where do you? I think I asked you that, but I don't remember. I know you said you read a lot, but what are you looking? Like this is every time I come across you on Instagram, I go, wow, how does he know all this stuff?
Man, that's pretty much it. I just read all the time, always just trying to find little nuggets of things that seem interesting, and then eventually piece them together into a story and try to leave out all the boring stuff.
No, that's great. Go ahead, tell everybody where they can find you on socials.
Absolutely. So at Instagram, it's at the Cody Tucker. The podcast, you can see it on YouTube. It's the Cody Tucker Show, and then of course Spotify and Apple.
What do you do on the podcast? I haven't watched the podcast. Is it along the lines of this stuff, or are you interviewing people?
So it's a little different. The podcast is me just kind of talking about, really whatever's going on in the world, movies. Like I kind of go through pop culture stuff, and then I do some, history stuff too, where I interview people, comedians, adult film actresses,
Hell, I get you. All the good podcast stuff. All right. Well, Cody, we'll check in again next Thursday. I appreciate you being on the show and turning us on to something new every week.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right, brother. Take it easy. There you go. The Cody Tucker on Instagram.
So that is one of the ones that I actually saw him do.
Oh, you saw Cody do it?
That's why I knew that was because he did it, and I was blown away. I was like, what?
I had no idea.
Rick James, Neil Young, the whole thing. I was like, what is going on?
So I heard Neil Young on Howard the one time that he was on, and he mentioned that he had signed a deal with Motown. And, I love Motown, and I couldn't figure out where in the world Neil Young would fit in Berry Gordy's world or Smokey Robinson,
Right, yeah.
And now that makes so much more sense because he was in a band that was fronted by Rick James, and nobody really is looking at the guitar player at that time. That's incredible. You got to think about how many people are out there in other people's bands that are superstars, and you'll never get to know that because there's somebody else's guitar player.
Yeah. Well, Jimi Hendrix was with the Isley Brothers.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of those where you find out later on, you're like, oh, holy cow.
I tried to watch the biography or the documentary about Terry Kath from Chicago.
Yeah.
It was on Netflix. It's pretty boring, but goddamn, he was an amazing guitar player. He was really an amazing guitar player. And that other documentary, The Wrecking Crew, did you watch that one?
Oh, yeah.
The Wrecking Crew is about this just group of musicians that played on everybody's album. Everybody.
Yep.
You Beach Boys, you needed a band. Well, everybody could play, but when it was time to record the album, they brought in the best guys ever to do it.
And the lady bass player.
Yeah, that's right.
She was great too. It's so funny because she looks like she would be like
a mom.
Like a math teacher, 5th grade math teacher or something, whatever. And then she's like just jamming.
Awesome.
I wish I could remember. I like you said, I was watching Cody the other day, and he was matching celebrities and who's related to who. But it really doesn't seem like there's any nepotism, It was like, and this was Telly Savalas, and Telly Savalas, Jennifer Aniston's godfather. You're like, that doesn't mean she was going to be famous, but that's just a weird. Yeah. That's just a weird connection,
What's so funny with me with documentaries? I'll see something about whatever band, it'll be a Led Zeppelin thing or something, and I put it on. In 5 seconds in, they're like Led Zeppelin, and the music in the background. I was like, meow, 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 meow. And I'm like, they're not even using Led Zeppelin music. They're not. It's not.
It.
Yeah, but they can't even talk about it. I'm like, get out of here. You're not going to tell me anything I don't know if you're not using Zeppelin music.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Good morning, Mike Calta Show. I've been laid up at the hospital for 10 days.
Whoa! Yeah, you don't sound good. What's going on?
I had some kind of weird stomach bug or something, and I couldn't, go to the bathroom, poop, and I couldn't even urinate for a while. That kind of freaked me out.
Oh man, they had to roto-rooter you up to get it all out.
Your kidneys.
Yeah, they did that too. They put a catheter in my.
You know why we're grossed out? Because somebody had to touch it.
Ugh.
So that's one of those horrible things, sticking that thing in there.
Yeah.
And it hurt like hell putting it in, but pulling it out was not that bad. But
good.
The enema was the worst thing I had yesterday.
And now did you do that to yourself?
No, the nurse did it.
She gave you the old heave-ho?
Yeah, it was like a bomb explosion when it worked.
Oh man.
Was she hot?
Yeah, it was a mess too.
Hey.
It was horrible. It was brutal.
Hold on a second, Medicine Man. Look at Sammy on Sammy Militello, the coach of UT baseball, as they won again.
National champions.
I think they're the most winningest college in
9
history.
straight or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Good for you, Sammy. Congratulations. All right, now back to Medicine Man's butthole. Are you still in the hospital now?
Yeah, I'll be out this afternoon.
Oh, anybody come visit you?
I couldn't sleep in here. I couldn't even sleep in here. It was too noisy, and the lights were on, stuff like that.
Did that guy who writes all those articles about you, did he come visit you?
No, I didn't tell him about it. I wasn't even up using a phone. My cell phone battery was down to 19%, and I had to charge it.
All right, we'll write him a letter and let him know. He'll make another story about you.
I'll let him know. I mean, what I had was brutal, and I think it was most of the fault was me trying to cut back eating stuff, and because trying to save money because food is expensive, thanks to Joe Biden.
Yeah. All right, well, I hope you feel better, Medicine Man.
Yeah, it was brutal.
When you get bored, call Mike Olivero.
All right.
Bye. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
How you doing, sir?
Good, hey.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Is that his phone? It sounds like it's on a Geiger counter.
Yeah.
Sir,
are you working with plutonium?
Quickly, what were you going to say? Your phone, we got a terrible connection. All right, you got to call back. No. Sorry, buddy.
Maybe he's farting into the phone.
Mike Calta Show, hello.
Morning, Mike. How are you?
Good, sir. What's happening?
Good, buddy. I was wondering if you would. I know you probably could do it from your studio there. The show that Spanish does, the Sad Weirdo Show. By the way, why would you name it the Sad Weirdo Show?
He did not. He did not. It's called.
I named it the
I
Sad
know. I listen to you guys all the time. I'm just kidding.
Thanks.
I was wondering if you could just see. Do they do ratings like they do for your show, like on the weekends, or do they know it's going to be terrible and they just don't even bother?
Weekends are not traditionally good in ratings, but yeah, you can tell. You can get an idea of how well the show is doing.
you should do. I mean, like, it's up to you if you have like literally nothing to do on your weekend, like whatever time he does it. Just see for one segment or maybe the hour, whatever he does it, you be on there and just see how much more views or obviously the ratings go up, and it'll probably quadruple. I mean, honestly, like I don't listen on Saturdays. I'm off, primarily most weekends. But there's been many times in the past when when Mike Calta or whoever had it, and I heard you were going to be on, and because I've been listening to you so long, it's just I'm so used to your wonderful soothing voice that I'm just like, you know what, I'm going to tune in, and I do, but. And the other time I don't. So I'm just wondering, maybe you can do that.
If I can inject their show with some success, I understand what you're saying, sir. I don't know that that it would necessarily manifest through the ratings that quickly like that, or you'd be able to tell. But certainly, I do bring a lot of joy to shows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, make sure you cash out me Smash for doing that for you.
Thank you, sir. I did call into Roger and JP show yesterday.
I heard. What was going on?
Yeah. They were recapping the Dom office thing, they're talking about fighting Spanish. But I heard that they were like, JP was like, Spanish kind of in the crosshairs. Is he like? And I was like, no, Spanish is not in the crosshairs. He is. I had to explain the fight.
I'm surprised JP allowed you on.
Man. It cut me off.
All right, enough Calta.
All right, thanks for calling. Bye. Gotta
go. By the way, I texted Mike yesterday because I thought about this, and the Mike Calta Punch Out has gone by the wayside, and we can't do it, and this and that, whatever. But, and we kind of touched on this the other day. What if, like, just an invitation shows up, and you're supposed to meet at a certain area? It's like Calta.
First rule: don't talk about it.
Calta Kumite. And it's underground. So listen, and here's what we do.
Go to the swamp in Lakeland.
Everybody that wants to go, you sign up on an email thing, and then 30 minutes before the fight, like we'll let you know what city it's going to be in, Tampa or St. Pete or Sarasota or whatever, and be in that area. 30 minutes before, we'll blast out the location, and everybody goes.
Get blasted.
Right?
It'll be,
and it'll just be a bunch of torches.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, that may give off the wrong impression.
Not tiki torches.
Sacrifice the loser.
We'll have some torches, but so they know we're good Christians, we'll also have crosses.
No. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Yes, we're glad you counter calling back.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, listen, you guys want to look up a guitarist, look up Steve Cropper, man. The guy who played the Blues Brothers, he played for Booker T, the MGs. He wrote most of the songs for Otis Redding. An amazing person, really an amazing guy.
All right.
We are
Check it out. Thank you. Appreciate it.
We are aware of him.
I mean, I don't know that we were soliciting good guitar players.
Yeah. I'm always.
You were.
I don't know if that was worth a callback.
Yeah. The Geiger counter was funnier than the regular phone call.
You guys ever hear this drummer Neil Peart?
You might want to look at it.
Available.
It's a cymbal, then I'll hit like the snare. Then does this kick thing. Yeah. The other guys in the band pretty good too.
Steve-O.
Steve-O.
Steve-O, no.
Steve-O. Steve-O.
Mamma mia, Papa Pia.
Steve-O is coming here in a couple of weeks. He is coming to the Capitol Theater on Thursday, the 27th. He's going to be doing a show. And if I can help it, he will be doing it without a penis on his face.
Oh, man.
We're going to take a break. Then we come back, we're going to call Steve-O. One of our oldest and longest friends. Who was the guest who appeared on the show the most besides Bert and Ralphie?
Dom Irera is
that was the one
there?
I was going to say with Dom Irera, and I don't even think he's in that category anymore because it's been so long since he's been on.
It's been a while.
I think,
I mean, Bobby now.
Sure, Bobby certainly now, yeah.
Steve-O's getting up there.
Yeah, but also Steve-O for years. I mean, like for 10, 15 years he's been on the show. So, all right, let's take a break. And when we come back, we'll call Steve-O, and I will try and prevent him from making the biggest mistake of his life. And he has made several mistakes before. It's a Mike Calta Show. Steve-O next on 102.5 The Bone. Carmen is getting Steve-O on the phone.
He's there. Line 1.
Oh, all right. I didn't know.
Oh, I texted you.
No, I don't. I'm doing a show, I'm on my phone just gib-gabbing.
Oh, really?
All right, I'm on my phone a lot.
Okay.
Steve-O, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing great, brother. I'm actually awake.
I know.
And
Sorry, go ahead.
You're East Coast now, right?
Well, I'm Tennessee.
Central?
Yeah, so I'm an hour behind you, yeah.
All right, not so bad. Not usually like you having to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. How are things in Tennessee on the big farm?
Dude, I'm loving it, man.
Yeah.
And check this out, dude. It's my birthday today, and I'm 50.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
I should have pretended I knew that. That's why we were calling. Happy birthday!
Look out your window.
I mean, dude, normally, like, I cannot stand birthdays. Like, I just hate them because my phone's just all day long. Like, got to keep up with it. Plus, I'm, like, an entire year older. Like, I really don't see the appeal of birthdays.
Yeah.
But I recognize that 50 is a big one. And first off, you ruined it by making me wake up so early.
Happy birthday!
It's already ruined.
And second, I'm so stressed out right now. Like, my birthday is, like, so unenjoyable because, check this out. I'm putting together this new show. I'm actually, like, going out on tour, and that's I believe, why we are talking today.
You are here June 27th at the Capitol Theater, which is a Thursday night, and it's in just a couple of days.
Right, and I've got a phenomenal show. It's unbelievably filthy, and it's important that I'm out on the road because I'm working towards, like, putting together, like, more material. Now, part of it involves, because I do multimedia stuff. One of my dumb ideas is, oh gosh darn it, one of my dumb ideas is to get a penis tattooed on my forehead.
No.
Right. Now, I know that this is an aggressive idea, but really what it is an exercise in determining how long I last before I tap out and get it lasered off. You know, so
listen to me. I have to tell you, I've known you. We were talking about it earlier. You've been on this show probably for about 15 years now. I consider you a friend. We've gone to meals together.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah,
big time. And it's not like when you picture a penis on the forehead, you picture it like it's gonna be attractive. You see,
it's not gonna be attractive. It's not.
Okay, like when you got when you see people that've got, like, the tattoo, it's just, like, above their eyebrow, it kind of contours with the eyebrow above it. Like,
no, not when it's a penis.
Well, right, but the thing is, as it contours with my eyebrow above it, the head of the penis lands in the perfect spot for teardrops to be actually where they're supposed to be.
No. Those aren't tears.
No.
It's classy.
Yeah.
Listen to me.
Yeah, it's great, and you're not gonna talk me out of it.
Yes.
Nobody's going to talk me out of any of the things that I'm doing for this new show. And dude, have you not even heard about the boob job? Because I'm getting full D cup boobs.
Oh no!
This is I endorse the D cup boobs more than I do. You can get the boobs taken out. You can never.
Yeah.
Listen.
Dude, like I'm absolutely getting the boobs taken out after like 2 months. And dude, what you don't know, this will make you feel a lot better, is that I used to have profanity. The two the S word and the F word. I used to have them tattooed on my knuckles, and I kept that. I waltzed through life for more than a decade with the S word and the F word tattooed on my knuckles. Never held me back. I'm so proud that I carved out a place in life that I could just have that on my knuckles. For any other person, that would be like a job blocker. That would like cause problem with relationships. But not me, man. I just cruised through life. And at one point, I decided, like, whoever I was trying to impress didn't really care. Like, it kind of outlived its usefulness. I got the words lasered off my knuckles, and they were completely removed. And here's what's, like, surprising and counterintuitive. The one color which laser tattoo removal most easily and completely gets rid of is black.
Oh, well, all right. That's good to know.
Yeah.
All right, look, I got to run through a couple of things. I got to run through a couple of things.
Restored. I'll be restored back to normal, and I'm doing it. Nobody can talk me out of any of the things I'm doing. And I also believe in it so much because I have been touring. I've got a fantastic show that I'm bringing to Tampa, Clearwater.
The Capitol Theater in Clearwater on the 27th.
I'm bringing it to the Capitol Theater in Clearwater. I'm going to Orlando. I'm going around, and already this show is just coming together in spectacular fashion.
Will the 27th show be pre-penis face or post-penis face?
I will absolutely have my penis face.
Oh no! When do you plan on doing this?
Okay. Here's the thing. Now, this is why I'm so stressed out. Like, I thought it'd be really cool to get Post Malone to do the actual penis tattoo on my face.
Right.
And it's like we initially, because I'm in Tennessee and the Bonnaroo Festival, Post Malone's playing the Bonnaroo Festival in Nashville tomorrow night, the 14th.
Oh, no.
So I reached out to his team, right? And I'm just like, yo, dude, because he was going to do it for Jackass Forever, and it just didn't happen. Immediately I got a response like, yeah, dude, hell yeah, let's do it. So Post Malone is just confirmed to do it. I'm so stoked. And then I go and record a podcast with Gene Simmons at his restaurant. Gene Simmons, who promotes he's got fans all at his restaurant and everything, and it was great. But Gene Simmons also brought a Page Six reporter, and the Page Six reporter is interviewing me or whatever, and I just blurted out, I'm like, yeah, Post Malone's gonna tattoo my face or the penis on my face, and then it comes out on Page Six, and then it comes out on an unholy hailstorm of news articles. I'm surprised you haven't read about it.
No, and now, I have read about it. My whole reason for calling you is to try and stop you from doing this. This is not. Listen, you have gone through. First of all, you're probably about 2 decades more alive than most people thought you were going to be. Correct?
Sure.
Yeah. And in that time, you went from a drug addicted crazy man to now you are in a serious relationship. You've left California to go over to live in Tennessee so you can live on a farm and be with the animals. You're turning your life around. You're becoming the new adult Steve-O. This is going to set you back 25 years.
No, dude, get out of here. I'm going to be completely restored to normal. And here's the thing. Here's what's perhaps the interesting part, the funny part, is that I'm not even remotely stressed about having this tattoo. I'm not even remotely. Well, no, I am remotely stressed about the boobs. I can't lie. that I'm a little stressed about. But I'm completely confident in all of it. And everything else that's involved. What I'm sitting here in the most agonizing discomfort over is the fact that if I'm Post Malone and I see all these articles, maybe that rubs me the wrong way. Maybe he's like, I'm not going to do it. And then I just look like such a schmuck.
I think first of all, I like Post Malone a lot, and everybody says he's a great guy. I think that he's loving this.
He's genuinely the greatest guy. Dude, I saw I think it was a surveillance camera that was just it was what Post Malone is really like. You know, you could see he was getting bombarded by people. And it was kind of a view of when nobody's watching.
Yeah.
And he's so nice to people. And then he comes away and you can just see the agony on his face. You can just see how deep he has to dig to pull it out of him to be, and then more people come and he just shakes it off and he's so nice again.
Yeah,
and he's just that's him, dude. That's him.
It's an exhausting thing to have to because you got to be smiling all the time because you don't want your fans to think that you're a jerk off. So it's exhausting. Yeah,
it's gnarly.
Especially if you have you had like a fight with your girlfriend or something, and it's eating away at you. You can't show that to the world, so you got to be good.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, and you can't always be happy, and you can't make everybody happy. And the worst part about it, it's kind of like stuttering. Like people stutter at the time when it is most important to them to not stutter. When the pressure builds up and you're like, oh, please don't blow it now, and then that's why they blow it.
Yeah.
And like the thing about dealing with with fans and stuff is that it's the hardest when there's the most of them. When you're in a situation where like it's an unmanageable crowd, there's just too many people, and like that's when it wears you down the most, and that's when it's hardest to be nice.
Yeah.
But what helps me is I got into watching these YouTube videos. I got into watching these YouTube videos about near-death experiences, and people describe about like they have the experience of dying. They go through like the white light, the whole thing, and then the whole saying, "Your life flashes before your eyes." They talk about like experiencing their entire life in the most like unfathomable detail, like from the perspective of everybody who they had an influence on. Oh. So every single person that you were a jerk to, like you experience how you made them feel.
Oof.
And like without the constraints of time, because like apparently time is something that is an illusion that like whatever, like no time, like ultimate detail beyond what you could possibly imagine with the finite mind. And like you're gonna have all these experiences. It turns out there's only one thing, and like we're all just it's so crazy. I think about that all the time, and I wanna have a good life review. And that's like something that I think about all the time, and I just pour effort into every encounter that I have. Like I try to be like Post Malone.
Yeah, that I gotta tell you, that's a great outlook on life. I just spoke about this yesterday, but to somebody else. But I learned from two people. I learned Chuck Woolery. Remember the old game show host Chuck Woolery?
Sure, the dating show.
Yeah. He said that when he was young, he went on a date with a girl who turned out to be John Wayne's daughter. And he went back to the house, and while she was getting dressed, John Wayne walked into the kitchen, and he introduced himself, and he said, "What are you going to do?" He goes, "Oh, I hope to be in acting someday." And he goes, I'm just so mesmerized, and I'm talking to you. And John Wayne said to him, "Remember now how you feel, and that's what you got to remember in the future, because that's how people are going to feel about meeting you." And I always thought that was good. And then Penn Jillette, who after every show sits there and meets everybody in the show every year, every show after they get off stage in Vegas, they sit there and they meet everybody on the way out. And I said, doesn't that get tiring? And he said, if you can't be nice to the people who put you there and made you millionaires, then you're a huge asshole. And that's the truth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy. I mean, I did that thing. You saw me in the comedy clubs, like, I would always say before I got off stage, like, before I go anywhere, I'm going to take a photo with every single one of you guys that wants one.
Yep.
And that's like, if I'm honest, man, that's like kind of masochistic, dude. Like, I got to a point where, like, like that was just not good for my health.
No.
But what I do now I travel around on a tour bus, and, people wait by the tour bus, and like, those are the people. I'm like, all right, here we are, guys. Everyone get your phone out and do the whole thing. So I'm telling you guys now, like, if you wait by the tour bus after my show and at the Capitol Theater, then you're going to meet me and get your photo for sure.
That's awesome. Have always been a nice guy. I found a picture the other day. It was the very first time you and I ever met. It was at your head was shaved almost, and we were at a WWE Raw show here in Tampa, and you just so happened to be walking. I was with my dad, and you so happened to be walking by, and I gave my dad the phone. I go, "Hey, take this picture," and I grabbed you, and you were zooted out of your mind. I don't know what you were like. Dude, whatever. I don't even recognize that face. But we took the picture together, and ever since then, every time I meet you, you've always been a good guy.
Dude, I wasn't a good guy the first time, is what you're saying.
No, you were still good, yeah.
I mean, dude, I'm number one. I'm surprised that there was even a phone on the camera at that time. That I believe was specifically 2007, and I was ejected from that event, which I was fully supposed to be at.
Yes.
But the thing was that I was on one, and I was on a mission to get like the biggest the biggest WWE star that I could find to choke me completely unconscious and drop my carcass on the floor. And like before, like I got a couple guys who were like, yeah, sure, man, let's do it. But then, like it before it actually happened, the WWE brass caught wind of it, and so it was like this cat and mouse game. I was running around all the arena, like trying to evade the brass and the security, but find the wrestler, and they ultimately got to me and ejected me. So
that's funny. You know what? You're right. That was my dad's digital camera. It was not a phone. You're right. It was a digital camera.
If it was even a digital camera, maybe a cardboard. At the time. Oh, and you know what, too? Like, just on with wrestling, when Jackass first came out, and I was in spring break for the first time, like, it was all the cardboard point and shoots.
Yep.
And I was just overwhelmed, man. It was my first time being really overwhelmed in like a sea of people, and it was just too much. And then like I finally got like worked my way into this like super VIP section. Mm-hmm. There's this wrestling event going on there, and this old wrestler who's since passed away, his name was Canyon, and I sit down next to him. Yeah, I sat down next to him at the bar, and I was just all flustered, and he like introduces himself to me, and I said, "Dude, I just can't take it anymore, man. One more photo, one more autograph. I'm just gonna snap." And he just looked at me, just like shook his head, just kind of disappointed, like, and he said to me, he said, "Stop and think about a time when nobody ever wants another photo or autograph."
Yeah, he's right. Yeah.
And I was like, "Ooh, yeah, that would be a much tougher situation."
Yeah.
And I just remember that, and it ties in so beautifully to what we were talking about. Man, I love you, bro.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you about something. I was going to call you up today with a mission to get you to stop from tattooing your face, but after talking to you and hearing your enthusiasm for it, and also knowing that in all the dumb things you've done, all of them seem to work out for you in one way or another, I now fully endorse the Post Malone eye penis tattoo.
Good, man. I mean, that's the thing, dude. Like, if I listened to everybody, like, who said, "Oh, no, don't do it," I would have gotten precisely nowhere in my
100%,
life.
100%.
Like, that's my thing. And, like, with respect to the D cups, I mean, I know I got really nervous on that one, like, multiple times, man. I've been back and forth on it. Like, where
are you doing it?
I got the best guy in the world for a guy who like. I mean, it's best guy in the world is a subjective title, but
still,
this is like consensus the best guy for giving men like absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
You might like it.
How long will you keep them?
Well, I'm told that like 2 to 3 months is I got to get them out. Otherwise, like the stretching becomes more of an issue.
And how is your girl with that? She appreciates this?
She does not love it, dude. She does not love it. Just between us.
Yeah.
just between us, it's like I've been engaged for 6.5 years. We've been engaged.
Yeah.
And this is like the final test.
Oh man. Oh, that is so funny. Like I remember in 1996. We were at a rock station, and there was, remember, Details and Maxim were all like the big magazines, FHM, and they had a guy in there who got boobs for $100,000. This is before every guy was doing them,
right.
like transgender.
The guy did absolutely nothing funny with them,
right?
Except what the story was that he ended up liking them and didn't take them out, right?
Yeah. And I mean, people. There's going to be pictures of you. You think you took a lot of pictures before? wait, till you got a nice sweet set of double D's.
Oh, I know, dude. I know. I mean, that's the thing. Is like I went back and forth on it. I was like, oh man, because I've got like reps, like there's a rep that's saying like, hey man, like it's a really really dangerous move to have people think that you're being disrespectful of the transgender community, man. Like that's just a hornet's nest that you don't want to poke. And I was like, well, no, because zero part of me is doing this in any malicious way.
Right.
Like I'm not like this has nothing to do with being mean spirited or negative. This is just like fun and funny. And then I've got the other rep that's like, hey man, like I really want you to think about what happened with Bud Light. Okay, they were the number one. They were the number one beer in the world, and like now they're number 7. They literally lost. They lost billions in their market share. And I was just like, yeah, I just don't think that really applies to me either, like I mean, I just think, what are people going to? Is it going to be outrage? Like, oh my God, like I can't believe this. Steve-O's done something super crazy this time.
Yeah, right.
Like I just don't think that that's a thing. And like, while there will be the people with the Kid Rock mentality who are just pissed about it, and there will be like like whoever the sensitive people are. I just think that the noise it makes. Like the awareness that it creates, I just think it's a numbers game, and I gotta like not be sensitive, and I gotta like just
Well, you have a good heart, and I think that people know that. So, and this is nothing. This is you doing it because let's be honest. I tried to think of this one time when I was a kid. The greatest stuntman in the world was Evel Knievel, and nobody came close. You're the stuntman. You're the Evel Knievel of this generation. You're doing these things because you're having fun doing it, and because it's making other people, it's bringing them joy. I mean, you're sacrificing your body like Evel Knievel did for the joy of other people.
Yeah, and dude, it's like thank you, by the way. And the one guy who got the boobs, like he just didn't do anything funny. Like, man, I've got the production schedule of all time. Like. I don't want to give away all my ideas,
okay.
But I love you so much. I have to tell you that I've like been rigorously training, like my pole dancing classes. But my hidden camera, like strip club performances. Like I'll leave it there. Like there's so many different ways of concealing who I am, like shoulders up, and like putting myself in situations where like I'm just to be mistaken as a girl. That's why I'm holding off on my testosterone replacement therapy until after.
Well, you really are committed to this. This is great.
Yeah.
Can I put?
Do you know I've lost damn near 20 pounds.
Wow. Like
to make sure that I'm petite enough to be mistaken as a girl.
A question, and I don't want to. I was going to say I'm going to do this, but I should probably ask you first. Would it be okay to motorboat you?
Oh, dude, 100%. It would be insulting not to.
I'm in. I would be honored to motorboat you.
Yeah, what are you like? If you're not going to go for the motorboat, then that means that you've got some weird, phobia that's totally not politically correct.
Well, I love me some boobies, even if they're on Steve-O. I'll motorboat. But I got to tell you, you never. Just when you think, well, that's probably over now, he comes back with something completely new and completely getting everybody talking about it again. So tomorrow night at Bonnaroo.
I mean, dude, I don't like that's the thing, man. Fingers crossed. Like, I just like if it falls through, I'm just gonna feel like so much egg on my face and a dick tattoo.
Hey, if don't let Jelly Roll do it. He doesn't seem like his tattoos are very good.
Jelly Roll. I haven't even reached out to Jelly Roll, but it did occur to me like he'd be a really good backup.
Listen. Bert will get him on the phone in 2 seconds, and we'll get that taken care of. Jelly on the backup for the. Although it's probably going to be a stick figure PB on your eye, but it'll still. I
got the stencil. My tattoo guy flew in last night. You know, like I don't like do tattoo situations without my guy. You know, like because I give people tattoos, and I just want to make sure that like I don't have to worry about like any of the the needles or the like I don't have to worry about any like just protocol stuff.
Right.
I've got the guy. He's going to put the stencil on. It's literally just trace the wiener.
All right. So it can't be so hard to do. So hopefully tomorrow night this is a huge success. I went from trying to stop it to now being a full believer, and I'm looking forward to stage 2, full set of D-cup boobs.
Yeah. Now, dude, tell me the truth. Be honest as a bro.
Okay.
Like you didn't even know about these things when you planned to call.
I knew about the penis thing. I did not know about the boobs.
Oh, okay.
Oh no. I said to Gio, you call Steve-O and line it up, because normally I would just text you, and I said you call him and line it up, and don't say anything about the penis because I don't want him. I'm going to try and talk him out of it tomorrow. And that's why we just went all straight. Oh, no. We knew. Are you kidding me? We're all over this.
Did you say that on the air, though? Did you say, now I'm going to talk to Steve to try and talk him out of it?
This morning I did. Yeah. This morning I did, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, that's impressive, and I love that you care. And that's what makes the penis on the forehead so that's what makes it so great, is that people think of tattoos, particularly tattoos with black ink, as so permanent, so irreversible. And I've already had laser removal, so I know it's going to be completely gone. But the question is how soon? Like,
you may start liking it.
I just have no idea, like, how much I'm going to be like, God, I got to get this off of me. God, I got to get this off of me. You know, like, I think that the penis tattoo needs to last throughout the entire Steve-O's Gone Too Far tour.
Well, I got to tell you now, I went from being mad at it to now looking forward to it. I can't wait to see what the news says on Saturday, and the pictures that'll be floating around, and then eventually to see you with the boobs, and maybe I'll be throwing dollar bills at you one day and not even know about it.
Dude, 100%, man. There's a makeup artist that like put a wig on me, and this makeup artist like promises I'm unrecognizable as Steve-O in light, let alone in a dimly lit strip club. The only question is the logistics of my pole dancing training and how to rig it so that I can do an acrobatic jump up in the air and literally get stuck hanging upside down from the stripper pole to determine if any of the patrons come to my rescue to get me down.
Oh man, you constantly reinventing himself. Listen, I hope to see you when you come to town. The 27th at the Capitol Theater. It's a Thursday night. Steve-O brings his tour here. I went last time. I watched the whole show. I thought it was great. I thought the multimedia stuff was good. The vasectomy stuff was insane. It's a great show. My favorite part of the whole show is when you went out there and you were like, hey, before the show, you and I talked and you said, we definitely sold more tickets after I went on your show. I was like, oh, good. And Steve-O went out there and tried to give me some love. And he goes, how many people bought tickets after they heard me on the Mike Calta Show? And there was like 2 claps. And he looks at me from the stage. He goes, well, that didn't work out. I love it. I absolutely love it. Well,
yeah, I love you, man. It's so great. It's so great. I'm not even mad at you for making me get up because I'm competing in a triathlon tomorrow with like we might be doing the tattoo today, so I could be swimming in a filthy Tennessee lake with an open wound.
Yeah, that's great. Face. That's great.
And that's just so fun.
Yeah, well,
but yeah, man, like we'll see how it goes, dude. And who knows if I can even post a picture because it's a pretty graphic design with the penis. Like I don't even know if it's allowed on social media. But I'll text you a photo of it.
All right, I'd love to see it. I really would. And happy birthday, buddy.
Hey, man, thanks so much, guys. Love to everybody. We'll see you at the Capitol Theater on June 27th.
Have a great day, pal.
It's really going to be wild. Awesome, man. Take care, guys.
See you, buddy. The great Steve-O, the Evel Knievel of this generation.
He said that he's unrecognizable when he has the wig and the makeup and he's going to have the boobs and stuff. I think we'll recognize him.
Or if he looks really good, and then you're like, "Hey, baby," and he goes, "Hey, dude." I really genuinely like him as a person. Like he's just such a sweet, nice guy, and it's so fun to have been a fan, and then to meet him and like him. You know what I mean? So I you meet some guys, like that guy's a dick. I'm so glad that we have a relationship with him on this show. So, all right, well, he'll be here on the 27th at the Capitol Theater if you want to go see a great show. And he's multimedia, which means that he's got a lot of video of stuff he's done, things that he's not allowed to show anywhere else. What was it? He got a tranquilizer.
Yeah.
He's running and gets shot with a tranquilizer dart. Oh, it's hilarious, dude.
It says limited tickets available, so
it's not it's not a huge place. So
if you want to go, get on it.
Get on it. Hey, listen, if Capitol Theater, if you're listening, get me one of those little Muppet booths. I'll go to that thing. If I could sit up there in that little Muppet booth, I'm there for sure.
Perfect.
All right, we got to take a break. It's a Mike Calta Show. We'll be back. It's 102.5 The Bone. Let me just tell you the evolution of your relationship. Because my wife just texted me right now. I text her, "What are you up to?" And she sent me back a picture. And she's in the front of my house, and there is a cardinal sitting on the bush. Not a robin, a cardinal sitting out there. Oh, my God. I want to go out there and look at it.
Yeah.
Are you sure she wasn't texting a picture of the cans not being out front?
Oh.
Why are you going to do it?
And the Cardinals just happens to be there?
That really was a letdown, Joe.
Yeah, I'm sorry about
Not only did he not bring him out, but he called your wife a liar.
No,
he went out there to check.
I did go
But
out
I
and check.
even specifically said to you as you were going out, I go, is today garbage day? Because there's lobster in there.
Yep. I know. I'll handle it, Michael. You're staying at the beach this weekend, right?
It's possible. You don't have to know my business.
Jeez.
Well, I'm just
Why are you going to bring it down there?
No, I'm planning for Monday. I know because there's only one can that's halfway full, so we have 2 cans.
I think I'll take over the garbage duties.
No, I don't know.
There goes the safety net.
I don't think that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean,
just
one
need to make
time.
sure.
Instead of taking out his garbage, just continue to be garbage.
Okay.
Joe, so on Monday is the recycling garbage, right?
Right. We never, ever make the recycling because they come at like 6:05.
Right. And the other day you were like, I'm going to go out there and break down some of the recycling stuff. And I said, oh, good. Then the other day I went to throw a cup into the recycling thing, a plastic cup. Now it's full.
Yeah. You know why?
Because nobody puts it out.
No. Because what I'm doing is I'm pulling things out of the recycling and putting them into the other cans.
Well, or we could just roll that can out to the thing. I'll take care of it on Sunday.
Oh, wow. All right. That is one of the major problems with Joe. Too many steps. Too many steps.
Yeah.
Saying, just take the can to the curb. No. I'm going to take this out and put it over here, and I'm going to do this
You
first.
can't take it to the curb because they don't. We never catch them. The recycling people come.
A lot of
early.
steps.
I'm sorry. Did you say 6:05?
Yeah.
What time do you get here?
Like at 6.
Take it out at 6.
Okay.
6:01.
First thing.
Joe goes, okay.
All right.
Like he's defeated.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
It's not like Bone TV's on at 6.
I was gonna say show starts at 6. Cans get picked up at 6:05. Maybe
A lot of action.
5:55.
A lot of action on Mondays.
Bone TV starts at 8.
Now you're putting Spanish at jeopardy.
Spanish is sitting here the whole time going, any second now, it's going to turn on me. Any second it's going to be my fault.
It's always my fault.
I don't think so. I'll never say that.
So I have a question. If you have to pay rent to live in the house, does he give you gas money?
Wow.
Oh, come on.
Oh, interesting.
It's
Never?
It's considered.
Wear and tear, miles
It's
on the car.
considered.
It's
Joe said it's
considered.
considered.
It's considered.
Now that the pantses have moved in, has your rate changed at all? Because now it's splitting different ways?
Oh, really?
Really?
You're really getting the short end of the stick.
Wow.
I don't mind.
Are you getting the short end of the stick?
I didn't say anything.
You get
I don't think so.
no gas money.
Easy.
All right.
You're forced out by the
Told.
pantses.
I wasn't forced out.
No. Be splitting the rent 5 ways now.
I mean, that's not my deal.
Well, talk to Galvin.
So wait a second. So what you're saying is Joe can have people move in and not split the rent, but maybe he's getting money from them. So maybe you should have somebody move in, and then you can get some money.
Move in with me in my room?
Yeah. Like what if your stupid
All right.
brother was like,
All
I
right.
need a place to stay, and
He
you're
did.
like,
He stayed while his condo was getting ready. He
he
stayed with
pay
us for a
rent?
month. No, he did not.
oh man, there's a lot going on. in that house.
I told him I didn't need any money from him.
Oh, that was nice of you. He offered.
No.
Oh.
No.